Welcome back. Return to the Mac. Episode 126. M.A.C. Moss, Andrew, Carl back in the building. What's happening?
What's good, y'all?
We back.
Another week, man.
Yeah.
Feeling good today, huh?
Day off. Pretty good.
Day off. I'm off tomorrow too, man.
Oh man,
Day
this
off?
guy's just living the dream.
Fucking 5-day weekend. You feel me?
Hell yeah,
chilling. I
Sounds
need it.
Nice.
Yeah. You know, been knocking out some much needed Christmas gifts and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Getting all that stuff covered.
That shit creeping up, boy.
Yeah. I'm pretty much done. I just got like one or two things. It's always something I think of, like, oh, I might get this too. You know, I might get this too. So, you know, I'm gonna knock that out.
Dibble and dabble.
Yeah. Did a lot of shopping this weekend.
Yeah.
A lot of shopping this weekend. Yeah. I went down to North Carolina, solo dolo mission.
Oh yeah.
By my lonesome.
One of those.
I know you're enjoying that.
Yeah.
Those.
Solo dolo.
The dolo mission.
Is that considered a vacation?
Kinda. It was like that. Well, so my girl, she was out of town or whatever with Carter, my son. So and then I dropped my daughter off with my sister. And I hit the road, man. You know, a little retail therapy. I think I needed it.
Hold on, what?
You know what I'm saying?
All right. So
the way he said it.
This is like a whole scenario that just sounds off to me.
What's off?
And then the end cap is retail therapy.
Oh, we can't do this. We can't do this after our mental health episode last week.
No, it's not even the mental health thing. It went,
we can't call
girl out of town, kids gone. Yeah. I'm gonna take a trip down to NC.
to go shop.
Well, first of all, I mean, it's a good time to get my girl's present out the way. Get her gifts and stuff. Otherwise, if she was home and I said I'm going out of town to go, she was like, I'm going with you.
Right.
So it's a good time for me to do that. You know what I'm saying? With nobody else. I can't take my daughter with me because I can't let her see what I'm buying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just the best time. It kind of just lined up. It was good. And I bought myself something too. I'm spending all this money for everybody else.
Yeah,
I damn sure
definitely
bought myself something. I treated myself. I probably shouldn't have, but my guy gave me $75 off, and I said, you know what? You got you a fucking deal.
Oh, he sold you.
Yeah. You got you a fucking deal. He was a cool cat though. Yeah.
He worked you.
No.
Worked you. His boss said, mark that joint down $100. We got to get rid of it.
No, it was he gave me an expired coupon, bro. So I know it was a deal.
That's solid.
Yeah, it was a deal.
That's solid.
I can never get that one off because my girl know I hate shopping.
Really, you hate shopping?
Yeah,
I like buying stuff for myself.
I like buying stuff,
but I don't like. But I hate
actual going to the store and shopping, and I hate that process.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I don't mind it, but once I'm done. Like. It's really selfish because, like, once it's not for me no more, I'm not interested.
Oh, that's facts.
Or I mean, not even.
Like, if I'm going to a store to shop somewhere, I'm going on a mission.
Right.
I'm going to look for this.
I know what the fuck I'm going in there.
If I can't find it, if I can, I get it and go. If I can't, I'm out.
I'm not the type to be skimming through a whole bunch of shit.
You know, females shop, they'll go in for something and then see this and this. And,
they won't look through the clearance racks and shit.
We ain't doing that.
The racks of randomness.
I'm like, no, on purpose. I need to find a shirt and some shoes.
Get the fuck up out of there. Yeah, I mean that's more so what I'm into. I might look around a little bit if I'm just like looking for something, because sometimes I just go out and I'm looking for something to catch my eye enough to be like, oh, you gotta buy this type thing. So I might search a little bit for stuff like that, but I mean, other than that, I mean, you know, I'm in and out of the stores. I'm trying to get what I need and get. I was on a mission. I got everything. I had a checklist of what stores I was gonna hit. I did that, and I got the fuck up out of there.
I don't like to shop neither. I'm an online buyer of everything.
Same. I love that shit.
Yeah.
The only thing is about online, it's just, man, that should be pissing me off sometimes, especially around this time of year. Like the packages and stuff not getting on time. Oh, yeah. Like, you know what? I'm just going, like some things I do buy, you know, you have no choice but to buy online, but I mean, I try to go out there and get it first if I can.
Understood.
I hear that. What's up with you, Mark?
What's going on? Same old shit. You know, got another week or so. Knock this workout.
Before you're back off of work again.
Yeah, you know,
this
winter
guy.
break. You know,
This guy.
you know, they gone. We gotta be
jealous,
gone,
man. I'm jealous.
So you know, it's that. You know, same old little shit. Forgot my rent had went up. Shit kind of pissed me off.
The rent went up for you too?
The rent went up, bro.
I told you they got me, but I'm not tripping. I'm underpaying by a lot.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you shouldn't.
Yeah, you might be.
Got nothing.
They should have took your shit up about 3 years ago.
Yeah, for sure. For real. There's no doubt about it.
But yeah, I forgot. I thought it was the top of the year. I thought that would just make sense. Just start the new year fresh off. But it started this month. So I'm like, shit. I had to go, put that extra on there. But, it's all
Same.
good.
How much they go up on you?
$50.
Oh, that's same.
That's a nice little increase right there.
Yeah. It's a nice little increase.
Yeah.
Shit. You ain't getting nothing else for it. It's to the same place.
Right. Exactly. They don't throw nothing in that shit.
Upgrade. It's just
not even a minute.
Your rent's just up. Shit.
Like, damn.
Well, it could be worse. Let me tell you.
Oh, we got something.
These fuckers that I rent from.
Oh, wow. Put them on blast.
They stole my car.
They stole
They
your car?
stole my vehicle. Stole my
I was
vehicle.
gonna ask you about this.
They stole my shit.
Oh, wow.
So Friday, Max is over here, about to play FIFA. We went to go get some food. We hit Chick-fil-A, come driving back, because he drove over there. Of course, my vehicle's still not working. We pulled back into the parking lot, and I was like, oh, my car's not here.
Holy shit, what the fuck?
shit.
It's like, I don't even know how long it's been gone, but this has happened before. So I immediately called.
They've taken your car.
Stolen
previously.
my vehicle. Stole
your vehicle previously.
Yeah, I would say that too. I would call them and tell them y'all stole my shit.
Stole my
Seriously.
shit.
So I immediately called the towing company. They, of course, have the vehicle. And I'm like, all right. I'm furious that night. Night. So, Saturday, I call the towing company. I'm like, I got to get the car out because, they hit you for $65 for every day that it's there. So if I wait until Monday to try to get this resolved with the rental company.
Right.
Who knows? I'm going to get stuck paying all that. I already know it. So I went ahead, I paid them, got it towed from the towing company to the shop here that I needed to get it taken to anyway.
Right.
$400.
Holy shit.
Gonna try to send $100 into my insurance company for reimbursement. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get my insurance company to pay for the towing part for like $100, but out $400.
Sheesh.
So this morning I called the rental company, and I already knew that the reason they had it towed because, like I said, this has happened before. I share a portion of the blame here.
Yeah.
My registration expired on my car.
Oh.
So like I said, I know that once that happens, they will tow the vehicle. So it's kind of on me. But this is absolute bullshit.
So they can hit you with a courtesy
What the
tax?
hell does a property management company that rents my apartment to me have to do with my vehicle being registered? Absolutely nothing.
It doesn't. But I'm wondering, how do they have people coming through, looking through the parking lot?
Apparently so. Apparently so. They have a contract with Beeline Towing.
So I'm thinking if that ain't happened, somebody snitched on you, bro.
Nah, it's Beeline Towing. They have a contract with the towing company to be able to do that on any of the properties that they own. So that they're getting referral bonuses,
right? For sure,
or money for this because there's no benefit to the apartment complex getting cars towed for no reason, except for we're giving you more business, you give us some.
A percentage of all of that.
Something. I mean, there's some sort of transaction where they both benefit.
Sounds like a scheme.
Yeah. I called him up this morning and I was like, why did you tow my vehicle? Again, I already knew what she was going to say. But they sent me to the manager or whatever that's for this location, put me on the voicemail. So she calls back and I told her on the voicemail what it was about. She calls back. She's like, hello? I said, hello? She's like, this is whatever her name is. The reason why we told this is because your inspection stickers your registration stickers were out, and that's a part of your lease. I'm sorry. Is there anything else? Didn't even ask it. She didn't even ask me anything. She just immediately started her explanation.
This is what it is. Anything else?
Yeah,
motherfucker.
I don't got to go back and forth on the whole conversation, but I immediately was just like, this has nothing to do with you. I pay my rent on time. I'm a good tenant. Right. You're making me want to leave. This is just stupid. And she was like, I rent from Brownstone as well. You need to have your tickets up to date. So I'm like, all right, whatever. It is what it is. Obviously, this is going nowhere. I'm going to get the registration today. How are y'all not going to tow the vehicle tomorrow? Because I'm not going to get these tags for a week and a half in the mail.
Right.
She's like, oh, well, you can go to the DMV and get them today. So I have a job. She said, well, I do too.
And you can't just go to the DMV. You have to make an appointment.
Well, I'm glad you told me that because now I need to schedule one.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to go get tags and put them on the car before I park it here. Or they can just tow it again, and they've already told me that they're not going to help.
Oh, what? Those are some
That's
fucking
savage.
dicks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's fucking savage, bro.
So,
That's the type of
How you
shit.
gonna treat your tenants like that?
yeah. So I've left
When
it
I move
out.
out, I might take a shit in the middle of the floor or something.
Yeah, so if you're in the Lynchburg,
leave it
Virginia area, don't rent from Brownstone Properties. They're absolute garbage.
Wow,
Good
that
group
sucks.
though, but not Realty. It's a good group though.
What is
Brownstone.
that?
Ain't that R&B group?
I don't know.
I don't know. I've never heard of them.
I don't know. But yeah.
Didn't hit like I wanted it to. I know.
No. Yeah, I have no
Missed
clue
it.
who those are.
So yeah, that happened. So I had to pay $400 for that. Car's at the shop now. They say it needs a new radiator, so that was $550. So we're up to almost $1,000 right now, and
Sheesh.
hopefully it's fixed.
And you still don't have a car though, you know?
Yeah, I mean that should be tomorrow or the next day. I don't really care about that.
But then because you still can't park it. Where are you gonna park it at when it's done?
Honestly, I'll leave it at the shop probably for 2 more days because it's right up the street,
Gotcha.
and I'll just walk up there Saturday and get it or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is all just absolute nonsense.
I'll be
Absolute
I'll be
nonsense, bro.
furious. I'll be hot.
I live in cheap ass apartments though, so I have money right now. This pissed me off, but like it doesn't hurt me.
Right.
I'm good.
Right.
But I live in cheap ass apartments, bro. A $400 bill to get the car out. Like, what if you don't have that money?
Yeah, right.
Then it has to stay there. And they're
Generally-
getting you $65 per
Right.
day that you're leaving the vehicle.
Generally,
there.
most
Super
people
inconvenience.
who would live where you live
They
probably
don't have a
couldn't
built-up
afford it.
expense.
Exactly.
No,
Exactly.
This is just
Exactly.
absolutely ridiculous.
Not only that, they probably have to miss work because they ain't got no way to get to work.
Right.
This is it could be a whole thing now.
Over some expired stickers.
Right. It's like, yeah, well, at the end of the day, I get if like a car has been sitting there for months and it's like
Right.
people notice that it hasn't moved. Motherfucker don't have tags on it or anything like
Exactly.
that. I get that. You want to get that off your property.
Yeah.
But they could at least give you a courtesy call like,
That's what I was
hey,
thinking. At least
Mr.
call and be
Weaver,
like, yo.
we noticed that your tags or
Yeah.
look, you have until this date or we're going to have to tow the vehicle.
Right.
Otherwise, you're just being kind of a dick.
Somebody else told me just today that they rent from another company that had the same thing happen, and they just told them about it. They left a note on the car and said you've got
Come on.
48
It's that
hours.
simple.
Or
Right,
something
it's that
to get this
simple.
resolved.
Let's
You
come
save this
on.
person hundreds of dollars.
And it's not.
Enough.
Come on,
Simple, bro.
right,
So
right.
simple.
Just give me a little warning. I'll get it taken care of.
But, all right, so the somewhat funny part of this, though. So Friday morning, I woke up and I saw there was money in my bank account. So I was like, "Oh shit, nice! We got paid. Let me go get my pay all these bills like I do as soon as we get paid every other time." And I found out that paycheck was from Thanksgiving week, and I just didn't even notice it.
Yeah, but I said, yeah, we didn't get paid.
Yeah, so I had money sitting in there for a week that I didn't even know about. So I actually hit my boy. I was telling him, and I was like, "Yo, this is crazy. Now I'm paid way ahead. I got mad extra money right now." And it was later that night is when I noticed that the car was gone, and now I've had to get it fixed and all this other shit.
That's how
Took all
life
that
works
shit
out.
away.
So
That's how shit
you
works.
can either look at it
Hate
like
money.
I got overly excited and had to give away all the money that I had, or God knew this was coming up. He said,
Well-
don't even pay attention to this money because you're going to need it.
Right,
You're gonna need
right.
that shit
And
next
it ends
week.
up working out perfect. Either way,
That's wild.
it's not a big deal, but it was quite the inconvenience this week.
Man, I'll write them a letter. Bro. I'll stay on their ass. Real
Write them
shit.
a letter.
I'll write them a letter, bro. Sometimes you gotta take it there.
I think,
a letter make a motherfucker
That's
know you
taking
serious.
it there? The letter is taking it there?
Yeah, they make a motherfucker know you serious, bro. You took your time.
I don't know.
I think
telling you,
me,
no,
I
what a
think
letter.
me and Carl have this like spiteful petty when it comes to like corporations.
Right.
Like with another person, I'm not going to take that much time.
Right,
like I'm just not
right,
going to
right,
talk to
right.
anymore, whatever it is. But I've heard you, like, when you've been disgruntled with customer service.
Oh, that
you've
pissed
told
me off.
enough stories that I related to that I was like, that's some shit that I would do to write them a letter. Waste all my time writing a letter that they're not going to respond to at all. And I'll send that joint and be like, yo, I feel so much better.
I feel better. Somebody gonna hear about this shit. You gonna read this motherfucker. You gonna know somebody pissed.
You of all people, word. You are Mr. Less. I'm gonna pull up. You're not gonna pull up to the manager place and get your shit off. And you gonna write a letter.
I'm gonna do all the above, bro. I don't play about that shit.
He's going.
But the thing, he was like, just the letter.
No,
Like,
he's-
what?
No, I'm a.
He's going.
I mean,
I know if
I'm gonna
it's me,
exhaust all my options.
I
That's
gotta
what
go
I'm
see
saying.
somebody face to face. You gotta tell me this bullshit after you done told my shit.
Yeah.
I've been
So,
paying rent
all
on
that.
time for the last 3-4 years. What are you talking about?
That
All
was the plan all weekend until I woke up Monday morning.
It's like, fuck.
And it's like they're open 9 to 5. I gotta work those same hours.
Right,
Like, I'm not
right.
gonna take this time
Right.
off of work to go yell at them because I know nothing's gonna happen. I
Right.
pulled out the lease. Like my dad's a lawyer, so I do have this in my blood. This check the contract, check the agreement. I pulled out that fucking lease and scoured this joint looking for the rule. Of course, it's on there.
Yeah,
I found it. I was
It's there.
like, once I found it, I was like, all right, it is what it is. At this point, there's no point in being mad, even though they did me dirty.
Right.
I lost. Got to keep it moving.
That's wild.
But yeah.
That hurts, man.
Yep. So here we are.
Here we are.
But what's going on this week? I feel like not much happened. Like in the stuff that we talk about.
Not too much.
It was regular basketball and stuff going on throughout the
Oh,
week.
Juicy Smollett is on trial.
Oh,
Yeah. He's about to go down. I didn't even know that
forgot
trial
about
was
that.
happening.
Yeah, I seen that shit the other day. I was like, oh shit, this happening now? It's been like months.
I didn't even
I
know.
think it's been years at this point.
Has it?
For real.
It's
That was
been at
last
least
year?
a couple years. No, it's been like
I
2.
think it's been 2.
Damn.
Because I remember we talked about this with Max.
It was one of our earliest.
Yeah, because I remember we named it Juicy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's got to be 2 to 3 years old.
that's wild.
That is-
I never knew he was going to actually go on. I didn't know it was going to be an actual trial.
I thought it ended up.
He just took the stand today, I think.
Did he take this? I know the people who robbed him took the stand or whatever.
Yeah, he took it too.
And they spilled it. They told everything.
It seemed like a really easy case, like back when.
Right.
Has anything
Open, close.
happened, like to change that?
Yeah, I seen something. I forgot what it said. While Juicy was on the stand, he said something about the first time he met one of the dudes that supposedly had beat him up. Was like they had got like real high off cocaine and weed and like at some place. It was just some random story. I thought it was odd. That was
is
like a
weird.
headline.
Yeah, why are you saying? Why are you talking about
Yeah,
that?
why are you talking about that?
That's not making you look any more credible.
Like, what are we doing? Like,
That's not helping your
what?
case.
You know how, like, if you say nothing happened at all,
Right.
it's like you know you're lying because obviously something happened. But if you admit to like a little bit, it's like, yo, I mean, I didn't meet him until here, and I'll tell you, we were doing cocaine and shit.
We
You
doing
gotta
cocaine
believe
and
me.
shit. Like, what? What's wrong with you?
That is a wild stand.
I don't know how that's gonna play out, but you know,
Yeah, this guy has no chance.
It is what it is.
Again. I mean, I knew the story was bullshit when he said he was getting Subway at 4 a.m. Nobody gets fucking Subway at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Sir, were you going to the Subway?
Right.
Nah,
No,
Subway.
Subway.
$5 foot long. You know I like that.
Nobody does that.
Juicy.
You got all types of services out here, Uber Eats, and you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, why are you outside? You know, like, it doesn't make sense.
I thought Subway was the part that threw you off. Because who's up at like 4 o'clock? I think I need some Subway right now.
Seriously, I mean,
That's not a 4 a.m. food.
it's
a
not.
wild pick.
No.
It's not something
Wild
that it's not something you would think of.
that's
it's
a
not
lie.
a craving.
that's a lie.
That's a lie.
You are lying.
You are lying, sir.
You did not want to sound
Right.
more than one.
Oh, you that kind of liar. You don't even want to make sense with it. You just be
throw out
blurting shit out.
anything.
Yeah. I mean, I think. But who knows what happens from that? I mean, is he really facing any jail time?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Probably get a nice little fine.
But I hope he, whatever the penalty is, I hope he gets the maximum.
Get him.
He deserves it.
Get him. He
the
does.
black man deserve it, but the man that shot people at the not even take it down.
Oh, what happened?
He tried.
Oh, the black man deserve it, but the man going shooting down people at a peaceful protest don't need to get nothing.
They want peaceful, apparently. So
Correct.
Look, that's what happens. I would never charge a man with an assault rifle, so you probably don't deserve to be alive. I'm sorry.
Oh, God.
I just something I wouldn't do. Wouldn't cross my mind.
Wow.
It wouldn't cross my mind. Like, let's go after the guy with the biggest gun around here. Not a good idea.
I'm with you. I'm
not rolling, but we're going to keep it moving.
I'm just saying, bro. It's not smart. Life decisions, bro. Life decisions. That's not a smart one right there.
Is there any other current events going on right now?
Nah.
Crazy.
We never talk about the Staples Center turned to the crypto.com arena.
I seen that. That's
something
kinda,
like.
I mean, it's kind of weird now because it's like it's been a Staples Center so fucking long.
Yeah, but then it's like when the last time you seen the Staples?
Yeah, I mean that's true.
They're pretty much gone at this point.
True. That's true.
It's time to move forward.
I never even connected the dots. That was
right.
Staples, the actual company.
That is weird. Yeah, I gotta. It seems like it was like a long time ago.
Yeah, it's
that names of stadiums and stuff like that used to be like have more meaning to it, and then they started changing like frequently. Or just somebody buys out the stadium name and stuff, and I just don't even pay attention to them anymore.
I mean, of course, this is a big one because it's the Staples Center.
Right.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge.
It's like if the Garden changed its name from being the Garden again. It's like that would be a big fucking deal.
Do you think, like personally, do you feel like that would be a big deal?
Hell yeah.
I don't think
Garden in New York.
I mean, I get it's a thing, but unless the building changes, it doesn't matter to me.
What you mean by that?
Like if it's a different building, if they build a new stadium and replace the Garden with that, then it's like, wow, it's totally different. If the Madison Square Garden is the same building and they name it the Verizon Square Garden, like that I don't care about that.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like they would have an issue with it.
I'm sure.
New Yorker would probably be pissed about
I'm
that
sure
shit.
they would because these LA people that I'm seeing on Twitter are having a fit about the Staples stuff.
Really?
What do you think about it?
I don't give a fuck.
What if Heinz Field changes?
It has before. I mean, it was Three Rivers Stadium prior to.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it used to be Three Rivers.
Everything the same.
It became Heinz Field like maybe late, but I think maybe it was like early 2000s.
I'll grab JJ and call it,
or maybe late 90s.
I think it might be different for the Garden because it's actually in Madison Square.
I have no idea.
So
that
I
would
think
make sense.
That's different. I mean, like
right.
Gillette,
Dots
Heinz, Staples. I don't give a fuck about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? One of those jobs is like that's just the company name. Like, but when it's actual the area, the
thing that fucked me up when I was young, I didn't know that the Heinz was actually like ketchup. I didn't know that's what it meant.
Same as Staples for me. Huh?
Yeah, I had no idea. I was like, yo, I never connected it for some reason. I was like, oh, it's the fucking company that owns the shit.
It's most places.
Didn't even fucking think about it. Oh, I might have been damn near an adult before I connected that.
I'm doing that with Gillette right now.
Like it all makes sense
right now as we speak.
Gillette,
I'm like, yo, Kraft probably owns Gillette.
He might.
I don't know. I might have made that up, but it sounds good. It sounds.
People always thought he owned Kraft, like the macaroni.
I still do. I don't care if he says
I was about to say that. He does it.
I don't care if he says no anyway. I still think that.
I thought that's what it was.
Nah, he's not. Oh, he's not the owner of Kraft.
Seriously?
Nothing to do with it.
That is wild.
But you would think so, but nah, he doesn't.
Do you know what he's famous for real? Or how he got his money?
I don't. To be honest with you. Never
Call
looked
yourself
into
a fan.
I mean, hey, billionaires are going to billionaire.
Yeah, right. I don't know how a motherfucker get $1 billion.
I only know how the most recent one did.
Right.
Relatively recent.
Yeah. Probably got passed down generation to generation. Who knows?
Well, if they ever change the name of the Garden, it'll always be the Garden to me.
Right.
That's not a name I'm acknowledging.
Yeah, you can't. It's just what it is.
Washington, I still call the Skins. I'm going to call Cleveland the Indians. It was too late for me. You catch the later.
Snyder did have the pretzels, right? Though he really does have the pretzels.
I don't know.
Who is it the dude from Washington?
That makes sense. I mean,
I think he does. I think he is associated with the pretzels. I think he is associated with the pretzels.
Let's run through all of the owners, and we're gonna find out. Jerry Jones. What's Jones own? Mike Jones.
All of Dallas.
Pretty much.
Mike McCarthy. He definitely owns his ass. I don't know.
Well, that's weird. That's wild. I don't know how we got there.
No,
we want to continue down this down sports here.
We can.
Whatever. Why not?
We here.
Big game tonight.
Big game tonight.
Terrible conditions.
Yeah, game of the week. Oh, it's raining? Is it bad conditions?
It's 25-mile-per-hour wind and slight snow.
That's what I like. We're gonna run the ball down their fucking throat.
I hope it's a 9-3 game.
No, I mean this will be terrible for the Bills because they don't have a run game.
Yeah.
So this is why I don't believe in
J.C. Jackson on that ass.
Concerns.
You know, I mean, look, Josh Allen got a strong arm and everything, but these type of months, like, you don't want to be throwing the ball 50 times anymore. You want to have more balanced attack. You want to beat people up in the trenches and shit. And this, I don't know. I mean, it's really shaping up to be a whooping for the Bills, but we'll see.
Can't wait. It's going down. We're currently in first place of the AFC. If we win tonight, we will seal the deal as being first place in the AFC.
You're not sealing the deal. It's still wide.
For right now.
Making it official.
for another week.
It's going to be official
for
instead of just being a day.
Okay. And that's probably going to be the case for a lot of teams going forward
I don't want to hear all
for the
this
next
hate.
6 weeks.
I don't want to hear all this hate.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all handling the Ravens. I don't want to hear all this hate. Just go and take that.
Look, and I don't know.
In everybody's way for
I don't know if your boy is focused. Actually,
who's my boy?
I don't know if your boy is focused. I don't know if Mac Jones is focused out there. He out here.
MJ10 now.
Yeah, right. He's out here
MJ10.
making trademarks and shit in the middle of the season.
Oh, so that's a loss.
He hasn't even done anything.
That's a loss of focus because he just trademarked his name. Like, what we talking about?
I'm just saying it. I mean, what has he done? What has he done to deserve this yet, or to think that?
Have you seen what he's been doing the past 6 weeks?
I think if you were to talk to anybody that's in the trademark business, it's best to trademark before you've done anything.
Probably so.
Because afterwards,
Like, he actually might be late because he already on the winning streak. He probably should have been did it. But, you know.
I know he's mad he couldn't do Mac 10.
gotta be. It's
I know
so
he's
much
pissed he
better than
couldn't do Mac
MJ10.
I don't think he would have picked Mac 10.
It's so much better.
Yes,
than
he would have. Mac 10, you can't pick it. That's why he
I'm
didn't.
saying, yeah, it's already a rapper. Like, I'm sure he
It's a
trademarked his
rapper
name.
and it's a fucking firearm. So no, you can't.
It's too many people to use. He wouldn't have got it back.
Right, I mean, you can't trademark that.
That's what I'm saying. It sounds good.
MJ10, I'm not buying it. It doesn't give me anything.
Right.
It doesn't do anything for me. It's not like TB12. Like, yo, that's
I think it's
cool.
probably a good idea to trademark it just in case, but hopefully they're still working on the real name.
Right.
Hopefully they're like, let's lock this one down, but we gotta come up with something better.
I mean, what?
Just trademark. Ain't no businesses. Ain't no nothing came out.
Is everybody
yet.
just gonna do this? Justin Herbert's gonna come out with the JH10. Is that what is his number?
I mean, most
10?
guys do that. Word. I don't know if you know. It's called branding.
Yeah, but I mean,
You're a star. You're a
they
star.
don't just copy
star player on
somebody
the
else.
team. You're going to brand yourself.
He should get in the weed game. Herbert should get in the weed game and go with some kind of herb. Herb 10.
Yeah, there you go.
Holla at me.
It sounds good. I don't think if NFL is light on weed yet, like the NBA.
Well, he can't smoke it, but he can still be in the business.
Kind of look like a stoner a bit.
Definitely stoner
Yeah,
vibes.
yeah,
the long hair.
Yeah.
Surfer boy kind of.
Yeah.
Sunshine.
For sure. That dude can play, man. That dude can play some football.
It's cool.
He tore the Bengals up the first half, man.
Right.
Is that where we're going?
Yeah, why
Are
not?
we ready?
Why not?
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, yeah, that was a game that we were stuck watching because they gave us 1 o'clock game, whatever that's about. That game was weird, though.
It was weird, yeah.
The Chargers looked like they were just going to absolutely blow it out. Would they go 24-0?
It's 24-0 now.
24-3?
Yeah.
24-0, I'm pretty sure at one point.
24-0. And then the Bengals get a touchdown and kind of start to string some stuff together. They
came
get
back.
Another
They
field
came
goal,
all the way back.
Another field goal. They
It was
tied.
22-24 at one point.
They did. They
Fought all the way back and then just went completely back to being dog shit again.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
nuts.
I mean-
like there would be certain drives where the Bengals would have like 2 sacks and a super heavy pressure on the quarterback the same drive. And then the next drive, they would look like they'd never played football.
Right.
Yeah,
It's so crazy.
Well, I mean, it's like the second half, I felt like Justin Herbert couldn't do anything. Like Bengals defense was all over him. For the majority. But then the fourth quarter came around, and Joe Mixon had the fucking phantom fumble.
The fumble.
Where nobody touches him. He did a jump cut,
That shit was wild.
and the ball just hits the ground. And the guy picks it up for a scoop and score. It was just like the easiest touchdown you'll get in the NFL.
Yeah, that fumble was crazy. There's just absolutely no explanation. They're in the midst of the comeback, and this dude just fumbles it without even like a big hit or anything.
Nothing.
Just completely killed it.
That's one of the Vegas shits right there.
It was.
It's like,
it was.
why?
Like,
Why the fuck is he
nope,
fumble?
they can't win. I think this was earlier in the game, in the first half, when Chase dropped that easy touchdown turned into an interception.
Yeah.
That was a huge play. Because that's a quick strike, 60, 70-yard touchdown in the breadbasket, perfect pass that he
and it turned to a pick, right?
Yeah, it was an interception. Yeah.
Interception. That was, I guess you can't call it a turning point because of how much like the game flipped back and forth after then. But
it definitely meant a lot.
When you make a mistake like that and you give up 7, plus they might have scored back the other drive. I can't remember. That might have been a 14-point swing.
The Chargers, I don't remember them punting in the first half.
Nah,
I mean, they were moving the ball like
fairly easy,
fluidly down the field.
Like we were signing them boys out there.
I mean, it was a game of turnovers. The turnovers kind of lost the Bengals the game. Like early on with that interception. And then they got back in the game from getting the Austin Eckler fumbles. He was just putting the ball on the ground too.
He was keeping them in the game.
Yeah. So, and then ultimately the turnovers pretty much killed the Bengals at the end of the game as well too. So, I don't know. I mean, Justin Herbert looked fantastic. I think, the first half he lit it up. Second half was I think he had a good fourth quarter or whatever. But I don't know how to feel about the Bengals ultimately. I think they're a good team, but I just don't know what it is. Like they're so up and down.
I think they're a above average team
For sure.
It's hard to call them a good team because the thing they lack is consistency.
Right.
From week to week, you could see them completely dominate.
Or the Chargers though.
Yeah, I think
it was like the battle of the most inconsistent AFC teams.
I mean, I don't see I wouldn't even necessarily call the Chargers a good team. Really, I mean, I think the Bengals are better than them technically, but I mean, of course, we didn't see that on Sunday.
Kind of even for real.
I do too. I think they're in the same
Look at
realm.
their weapons and just what they have on the field.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I think they got the edge at quarterback for sure. The Chargers do, but I mean, not to say that Burrow's bad or anything, but I think
they get a slight edge there, but I don't think it's anything major. I don't know. I do think they're same general type of team.
Yeah.
I was impressed with Burrow staying in the game. I didn't think there was any chance he was even going to be able to pass.
With that broken pinky?
They were really like milking it. The announcers were just watching him on the sideline for like 45 seconds straight.
That shit was sticking out.
Every pass he was throwing, he's making faces and stuff. It didn't look like he was going to be able to come back. So to even finish
he kept playing for real.
And he was throwing the ball fairly well.
Yeah.
It really wasn't
back and like throw duds.
Right, yeah. It really wasn't a big difference in his game afterwards. I mean, I would have how can you not just keep smacking his hand if you're if you're the Chargers at that point? Just keep on smacking that shit. Like,
we're going to make you get out
You want to stay in the game with it? Like, every time. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not like it's
illegal.
illegal.
Roughing the passer if you just give a good swipe down in his hand.
Yeah.
A little late. Nobody's going to notice that,
Right.
That's what I would do.
Surprised they didn't, but
they won the game, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah, it turned into a blowout. It was pretty gross by the end, but
yeah. As a Bengals fan, I know that had to hurt because it's like they were right there. It looked like the Chargers were really just going to let it go.
Yeah, they started to blow it.
I got one friend that's a Bengals fan, and he hit me like when they're down by a ton, and he had put in the bet on the Bengals because he was all hyped up from the week before. And he's like, bro, why the fuck do I do this to myself? And then a couple minutes later, they make the big comeback. Right. And he's like, super excited and shit. Yeah, the roller coaster they had to have been on was disgusting. Like, just lose. Just blow us out from the beginning. Don't tease us back into the game.
That's why I try not to do it. I try not to bet on my teams, bro. You're just, it's too much pain. It's extra pain.
Right. You already watching it. Right. You already got to watch this shit. And then on top of that, you're like, it's money on the line.
And it's money on the line. It's just double pain if y'all lose. Like,
for real.
Can't do that.
Yeah. What other one that caught games?
Well, speaking of money on the line, fuck the Minnesota Vikings, man.
Can't trust them, man.
Minnesota Vikings are, I've said it way too many times when we've talked about games on
Doesn't
here.
make sense.
They always look good. They never are. That game against the Lions was disgusting. They were down the majority of the game. It wasn't all of a sudden they choke at the end. That happened too. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
But they're losing the whole game at one point by like 14 plus, 15, I think.
Yeah.
They make the big comeback. At the end of the game, get a touchdown with something like a minute left.
Yeah.
Is that right? about a minute left in the game.
Yeah.
They get a touchdown to go up 27-22, I believe. Give the ball back to Jared Goff. Jared Goff, we all know, is not a very good quarterback. The Lions are a terrible team. Mm-hmm. They somehow let them walk down the field, get all the way down to the 11.
14 plays.
14 plays. I don't even know how you get that many plays off.
75 yards.
Just letting them walk it down. They get down to the 11. Incomplete pass on third. Last play of the game, they got like 3 seconds or some shit, and they give up a slant for a touchdown. Right. You're on the 11. The only place that they can get to beat you is the 1. And the whole secondary is playing 5 yards deep in the end zone. What the hell is going on? Somebody help me.
I don't understand. Vegas.
What could they
right. I mean, I don't know.
How could you line up 5 yards deep in the end zone knowing that's where they have to go to?
Yeah, like it was.
I didn't see that.
Like it was a Hail Mary situation or something.
I didn't see that.
No, they was off. That's why the comeback was like so wide open. It's like, just put it in there.
They got the shot like from the back of the end zone. There's one defender that's like in between 2 guys. He takes 1 step, and of course, it was just too easy. Too easy. But the Vikings are just terrible.
I mean, they've been a letdown team for, I mean, at least a few years now.
4 years.
Yeah, I mean, they're always supposed to be
a Michigan native, Detroit fan. I know Jamie and him feeling real good right now.
He was excited about that too.
Oh, you feeling real good.
I didn't talk to him much about that because I was not excited. But yeah, the Lions get the first win.
1-10-1. That's a wild record.
10-1 is a crazy record.
Yeah, I mean, look,
probably supposed to have been 2-10, right?
Yeah, they're supposed to beat the Ravens, but
this guy
3-10.
Yeah,
3-9.
I mean, it's just highly unlikely for a team to lose, especially when you throw the extra game in there now. It's just not. A team's not gonna go 0-17. I don't care how bad you are.
Necessarily. They're not really like tanking. They're not tanking the season.
They're trying to win.
They're really trying to win these games.
Very hard. Yeah. Very hard.
All they got.
Everyone is hard fought. Yeah, right.
They may have put in the most effort in the league this year.
Seriously,
they might be trying harder than everybody.
These guys deserve something. I guess this type of team, you get a banquet at the end of the season.
You give them a banquet.
Either way, like
right.
Celebrate the effort.
Everybody get a participation award.
MVP of the team.
Right.
DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, seriously though, that dude's nice. He's good.
He is, but he's gonna miss too much of the year.
Is he out?
I think he's
That's
out for a while.
Like they have been teetering. The last 4 games they've been teetering.
They have been.
Bears, they lost 16-14. Thought they would have had that one. Lost to the Browns 13-10. Tied with y'all. It's like they was right there.
Yeah,
Somebody had to take that
They
in.
legit could have gone 4-0.
They could have. They really could have won 4 straight games, but they didn't pull it off.
It's heartbreakers every week. Every week. That's the type of shit that make you quit football.
Yeah, for real.
You're like, I don't want to do this shit no more.
I'm done here. Forget this. Well, good for the Lions. Good for them.
Yeah, they needed it, man. Oh, let's can we backtrack to this Cowboys and Saints game?
Yeah, I don't remember a lot of it, but help me.
Me either. What happened?
I just can't. I don't know.
Taysom Hill play.
I don't know why Taysom Hill is still a quarter, or I don't know why they tried to run with Taysom Hill. I mean, I get it, but then I don't. Like once he had the finger injury, you take that man out the game. He's not a great thrower of the ball to begin with. So now knowing that his finger is broken or whatever it was, he had a fucking splint on it. He couldn't even deliver a pass at that point. Take him out the fucking game.
Did throw 4 picks. Goddamn.
Yeah, I mean that's what it was 27-17. The game was never out of hand.
Did they have another quarterback?
Yeah, Trevor Siemian.
Was he? I assumed he was hurt since he had been starting, and then they pulled him. He was just
They just
out.
benched him.
They benched him. Yeah, then they never put him in the game. I just didn't understand. Is it pride? Did you tell Taysom like, oh, we're gonna get? No, after he's not playing well, you take the guy out the game. He missed it was a clear touchdown he missed in the first half. I think it was like in the first quarter. One of the guys, I forgot what his name is, number 10, I think, for the Saints, was running across the middle of the field, wide the fuck open, and he threw the ball in the fucking dirt. It was a touchdown. So it's like after that, you're like, okay, look, you had a good little couple plays here. We might can still get you in here to run a couple gadget plays, maybe QB dives and stuff like that. But we need somebody who can actually run the offense. It's just a shame that he's making as much money as he does in
Ran for
NFL.
over 100 yards.
Yeah, he was running the ball just fine because that's all he could do.
That's what he do.
That's all he could do. I mean, he threw a pick six. And all the interceptions I think came in the second half. So it was literally like a game within reach for the Saints the entire time until he started getting pick happy there. I don't get it.
I don't remember.
No.
I don't remember much.
I mean, he was terrible.
I mean, and
There's not a lot to say about it. I don't understand why like you take his contract so personal though.
I don't take it personal. I'm just
really
trying to
bothers
get it.
you.
I just don't understand. That's it. I just don't understand it.
I don't get why his contracts don't make sense. I don't even know what they are. But I don't know why he keeps getting them either.
You go from not even playing this guy
They give
most
him
of the
like an
season.
option joint, like he can get paid as a receiver and a QB or something.
It's not a guaranteed contract. Like none of. Like,
I thought this was a really cool idea.
He getting money though.
The contract they put together, I don't know all the details, but I thought it was a really cool idea that they have it incentivized that depending on like how much he played a specific position, he would be paid a certain amount. I think that was a cool idea. Like if you're going to keep the guy and you want to use him in a bunch of different roles, it doesn't make sense to pay him as a quarterback. But if something like if an injury happens and say he had balled out this past week and has like 2 or 3 good games at quarterback, it doesn't make sense to be able to pay him as a tight end if he actually is a quarterback. So just kind of takes out any of the question.
But a lot of those tight ends don't want to get paid like a receiver. Don't like that shit.
Yeah, right.
That's been their argument. Like I'm doing receiver numbers at tight end, but I can't get those contracts.
Yeah, but this is the type of contract that they would want.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, why they probably like, why can't I get that option of like if I get these receiver numbers, I get a receiver deal.
Well, moving forward, we've got to have people that put that in place.
Yeah, anybody open that door.
But hopefully that opens the door for it. I don't know. Those guys definitely should be paid accordingly.
Right.
It doesn't make sense if you're going to use a guy at a clear position to pay him for a different one just because they put the title of
when in fact they probably do more than a receiver does because they're part of the blocking and run game and all that shit too.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is.
And like the Cowboys are just not good. They're not that good.
Yeah, apparently not.
They're not
apparently
that good.
not.
Seems that way.
Fooled me.
They did. They got me good. First 4 or 5 weeks.
Man, I mean, that injury bug hit them pretty fucking hard.
Where?
They lost all their weapons at one point.
Like
that was like I think there was 2 games.
Yeah.
I think one was Thanksgiving.
Yeah, when they didn't have the wide receivers.
The game before might have been like that too, but they were all back this week.
Right.
Like Cooper played, Gallup's back.
Yeah.
Lamb is back.
Yeah, they had Zeke out there.
They ended up having
Zeke
a
is
and
hurt,
the Saints still do have a pretty great defense
They
too.
do.
So it's
Yeah,
not like
they
they
do.
play some bum defense.
No, they were playing hard.
Yeah.
They were playing good, but I mean, this is supposed to be the most explosive offense. I mean, it looked like a lot of times, like I don't know, it did.
Having
didn't look
them
like
weeks
that.
off, it's chemistry and continuity takes some place in that. Like I think y'all be leaving that out, like just because it's back to normal, like it was 2-3 weeks ago.
That was going to cut Zeke after this season. There's just no way he can make it through another full season in the Dallas Cowboys.
It seems like it.
He's not even. You just throw him out there now because he's Zeke, but it's like he's not even a threat. Pollard is way better when he touches the ball every time.
I think honestly, Zeke and McCaffrey have just officially settled that debate. If there was any debate left out there,
And Gurley,
Right.
too. Gurley's not even in the fucking league.
yeah, but he was kind of part of the people making the argument before. But the people that held out saying that it was still valuable enough to pay that position were mostly people behind McCaffrey and Zeke. And at this point, whether it be injury or performance, it clearly has not worked to pay that much.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that these guys are bums or anything. Like,
Right.
I think running backs are valuable just because of the fact like they do touch the ball probably more than anybody else besides your quarterback or offensively. So yeah, I mean it's a value to a certain extent, but I'm not paying God $17 million to do that no more.
Right.
Got to stay
It all
healthy.
depends. I think like people talk about Pollard. I think that's what it helps Zeke having that 1-2 punch though. Because you don't want, he's injured.
But it's not a
that. You
1-2.
don't want them taking most of all the snaps.
Yeah.
If you got another guy that can come in and burst you a couple yards, that's what you want.
But it's not a 1-2 punch. It looks like Zeke is more like a slap now. He's not packing a punch
Like
no
a
more,
slap.
bro.
He is.
It's an open hand slap.
I like that.
Pollard
It
is
just
a punch.
depends.
Right. I think you're right as far as that is the best way to do it to keep if you have two good enough backs to keep guys healthy, that makes the most sense. But I think it's just like on the field performance. Pollard's turned into the one.
Right, he looks so much better when
he's better back for like 4 or 5 weeks now.
Yeah, and Zeke looks like he's hurt or something. Like he doesn't finish with contact anymore. He's running out of bounds and shit like that. It just doesn't look good.
On the flip side, I mean, I guess it doesn't make much of a defense to it now, but Derrick Henry, I mean, he was the guy for the last couple of years. Of course, he ended up getting hurt.
He justified it.
But, you know, the numbers that he put up while he's on the field, it made a difference for that whole team.
Definitely.
But it's like good luck finding another 260-pound running back who can run a 4.5, 4.4, or actually 4.4 speed. It's just not going to happen. Like, yeah, he can deal with all of that contact.
So he's like the anomaly of that.
Right, yeah. I mean,
you got to pay this guy.
He's a freak. Good luck finding a defensive end that can carry the ball for you.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not going to happen that often. So,
do you have any concern with Najee, like around this same discussion? Because when I was watching yesterday, and I've thought this multiple times when I've watched,
takes a lot of
like when we were talking about it, I like him. I like to watch him so much because of the way he runs with that like angry, aggressive run. And I told you, I think it reminds me of McCaffrey. But those guys that run like that, like Cam used to do that when he was early in the league and stuff. Like when you run like that,
we got a couple seasons of that
shit. Doesn't bode well for longevity.
I mean, it does kind of worry me a bit, but I don't know. Najee's just for some reason I just feel like he's a different dude too, man. Like the guy is, like I know all NFL players take care of their body and stuff, but he's like seriously in like yoga and shit like that. Like
Cam was too, man.
He's a different kind of guy.
I think all the guys that take that type of beating, they take care of their bodies pretty well.
Well, I'm saying,
I don't know. I mean,
they all look like they might be the one that can.
Yeah, and they so chiseled. You look like this man can't get hurt.
I don't know. I mean, this dude does like different things, like handstands and shit. I don't know. He like. Flexibility is crazy for him, like, cause he just his thing is he never knows what like his body can, like what position his body will end up in. So he pretty much puts his body through all of that shit. Man. But I don't know. I mean, at some point, he's going to get hurt.
Stuff is cool to somebody come pop you in the knee, right? Somebody come
right. I mean, you can't avoid stuff like that. But hey, you know what I mean?
You can't tell him to turn it off.
Right.
It's not like anything you can do about it. And I think you just have to. Those guys, I think you just have to enjoy.
Right,
the amount of time they're going to give you and let it run its course. Because if you tell him to cut it back or go down after, then you're taking away all of his special ability.
But that's why I say you should draft a running back in the first round. Not to re-sign him, but I think you should draft him in the first round because you get the 5th-year option. Now you get a 5-year contract on the running back for the cheap.
It's an interesting idea.
That's how I feel about if you got a guy that's dynamic like that, draft him in the first round.
Well, we all
don't want to re-sign him necessarily, depending on how it goes. But yeah, I mean, you get a cheap running back for 5 years. So I think that's what.
Yeah, but we all know at some point if he has some great seasons in those first 3,
you're obligated.
He's going to want to come to the table. It's like, all right. We're not waiting until this 5th year.
Oh no! I mean, as an organization, you got to stand on. I don't think any team should do deals prior to like 1 year left on the contract. I think that's silly when organizations do that. When you got a guy in his rookie deal coming up, like when the Cowboys paid Zeke after his 3rd season, they didn't have to do that.
Sorry,
they didn't have to do that. I feel like you got to stand on
those
that
conversations, though.
No, we're not even gonna have it. That's what I'll tell you. I mean, because what are you gonna do? Not play?
We've seen it.
I mean, on your rookie deal, that's what you're gonna do. On your rookie contract, that's what you're gonna do. Not play.
It depends on what you did.
It's not a good idea.
Couple seasons. If you
I'm just saying
numbers, then you feel confident in yourself.
And you could be the next Le'Veon Bell and fuck yourself out of the league.
Yeah. I know we can always go back to him, but he was like the only one that lost in this battle. Everybody else pretty much got.
Nobody else set out for a year. I mean, anybody else that said like, hey. If an organization said, "Well, we're not going to do a deal right now," they took their ass and got their ass on the field and got to. So
the other thing though is all the other organizations just caved.
Yeah, right.
They're the only ones that stood on it.
Yeah, I mean, we offered him a contract.
That's true. That's true. So I guess he stood on it.
Yeah, right.
That's right. You did offer it, and it wasn't like a low ball bullshit. You offered a really big contract, and he said no. So that's fair. But y'all still stood on it. We're not moving off of this. It is what it is.
Right. I mean, that's how I think you should do it, especially with guys like that, like high risk type players. Hey, it is what it is.
No doubt. No doubt.
True indeed. True indeed.
Well, let's do the Steelers. Do the Steelers game.
Break out that.
Let's get into it, man.
Feeling good this week?
Not really. No, not really. The Steelers stink. They do. They stink.
Yeah, I completely disagree with your last play of the game assessment. So we got to get to that eventually.
Okay, all right, yeah, we'll get there. But I just want to go ahead and give some praise because the Steelers suck, but they have a couple great players.
Oh, we forgot before the game even happened. Your boy announced his retirement again.
I mean, this is not a story. That's not a story. We know Ben is not going to play after the season.
But for real, I did legitimately take it the way that I joked about it in the chat. Do you think that's serious? Like, it legitimately seemed like he could feel the job.
Like he was trying to get ahead of it.
Away,
he was trying to get ahead of it.
I'm not going to be here next year. Just FYI.
Oh, no.
If y'all want to let me finish this season, that'd be cool.
It's just no way the Steelers was going to bench him regardless.
I mean, that's what I thought too.
The Steelers they're not gonna do that. They've never done that with any of their great. They're gonna let you finish it out. They're gonna let you see it out. It's like that's why guys love. It's a whole like fraternity thing with the Steelers and stuff like this.
We know.
I'm just saying, like this is a big deal. So they're not gonna bench him. It would have to be some catastrophic injury. Like even if the Steelers somehow like Ben Roethlisberger got hurt and the Steelers went on a win streak, as soon as he was available to play, he would be in the lineup. That's just how we do business.
Such a backwards philosophy.
I mean, look, it is what it is.
These running backs never paying them and stiffing them, but you'll keep old banged up people that's not playing good on the field. It's backwards to me.
It is what it is.
In fairness, I mean, if you've given the organization 15 years,
18,
you've got a case for letting them play out extra years more than the guy that's 3 years into his NFL.
And he's carried he carried the Steelers for a good chunk of those like 2010 season from like 2013 or like 2012 to about 2018. I mean, it was Ben Roethlisberger or bust for the Steelers a lot of the times. I mean, we didn't have good defenses at all throughout that era. So, and still, had great records, made the playoffs several times and stuff like that. So
what about that game yesterday?
Oh yeah. Like again, I want to give some praise to a couple guys on the team. Deontay Johnson is the number one wide receiver, dog. That dude's a beast. The Steelers traded Antonio Brown for a third and a fifth round draft pick. They used that same third round draft pick to draft Deontay Johnson. That dude's a fucking stud. He cannot be covered one-on-one in the NFL. Got to give him his praise. Even though he dropped a wide open touchdown, he came back and made up for it. He should have had a much bigger game than that. And then, look, TJ Watt, man. I know I say it all the time, but he is the best defender in the NFL. It's not close. It's not close. This dude has 16 sacks in 10 games. And really, it's more like 9 because he didn't finish 2 of them. He didn't finish the Lions game. He didn't finish the Raiders game. He has 16 sacks already. This is a record pace that we're looking at. I mean, look, we got 6 games left or 5 games left, something like that.
Yeah.
This guy's going to go over 20 sacks.
Think you get that defensive player of the year?
If he doesn't, I mean, it's blasphemy, like it has been the last 2 seasons. But, I mean, what else does he have to do? Does he have to break the NFL sack record?
I don't know.
This guy drops in coverage more than anybody who's in the top 5 of sacks. Drops in coverage pretty much like 25% of the plays.
Who won it last year?
Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald won it the last year, and then Stephon Gilmore had that fraudulent.
We know who won it the year.
But yeah, I mean, I gotta give my praise to those 2 guys because those are legitimate studs out there on the football field week in and week out, for sure. But overall, the game, man, for the most part, it was just super. One of the Steelers games, I thought, just pathetic to watch for the most part, man. It's the Steelers offense just couldn't get none going. I didn't feel like the defense was really making as many plays they could have or should have. But luckily, the Ravens are not good. I mean, that's just the facts. The Ravens have attrition has set in. It's just the Ravens are not an actual good football team. How they got to 8-4, I don't know.
I don't either. I don't either. I don't think.
They're not that great.
They're not very
defensively
scary.
or offensively. No. It's really Lamar bust. If Lamar does not have a fantastic game, which he hasn't had one in about a month or so, then they're not gonna blow you out for sure. And it's likely gonna be a close contest, and they don't look like a very good team overall. So, nothing really impressed me. I'm glad that Ben actually had a good game, though. That he looked like a competent quarterback out there. He was dropping some dimes. He really was. He threw that deep ball to Deontay was on the money. He threw another one to Ray McLeod that was on the fucking money, which that was a fucking catch, man. The officiating was horrible in that game. That was a catch, man.
I don't remember that one.
I don't remember.
It was a 50-yard bomb. Right over Marlon Humphrey. Ray comes down with it, and of course they challenge it. I think it was like one of the opening plays of the second half.
When he came to the ground and hit the ground when he hit it.
Yeah. It was a catch.
They don't call that down. Anytime you hit the ground, the ball moves.
I remember watching.
That's not how they've been calling it this season.
When I was watching the game, I remember thinking on multiple different plays that Carl was going to be furious because I thought the rest were pretty bad.
I thought they were awful.
I thought they were bad specifically for the Ravens. And I had the Ravens in bets. I swear, I was all in on the Ravens, so I was not happy with it. But I thought they got some really bad calls against y'all.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of an impressive win for y'all because I watched and didn't think y'all looked good at all either.
Right.
And Ben did make a couple of throws that I was like, damn, I didn't even know he could possibly do that.
Right.
Like throwing the ball downfield. And then there was a gang of others, legitimately 4 or 5 passes that were tipped around by linemen or linebackers that all should have been intercepted.
Right.
I also was on a Big Ben interception, so I was watching that. But they dropped so many interceptions. So to win that game when it never looked like y'all were going to was impressive.
Well, I was looking at the Ravens, and from the little bit I watched, it always seemed like the Ravens was like one play away. I guess all the way down to the last play, they were literally like one play away from busting the game up, and they can never get it.
I thought the same thing.
Never get it. I was like, damn, you would think because the drives that they was doing, it was like, oh, they about to score right here, and then they would fuck it up or something, so y'all would stop them or something. It was just weird how that shit was going.
So when they tied it up at the end and decided to go for 2, you said you thought it was the right move, right?
Yeah, I agree with the call.
I disagreed heavily, and they actually ran a great play. And
it was actually a good play.
If Lamar makes the throw a little bit better, that's an easy touchdown. Yeah. TJ really blew that up. He made a great play.
The only reason I think I'm not the play call was solid, but you got to put a hand on TJ Watt.
Yeah,
you can't just let him run free and just think you go get a pass. You lucky that he didn't intercept the ball type shit. Like Lamar, it really made a crazy play to drop his arm and throw it around TJ Watt to even give Mark Andrews a chance.
It was obviously a play that they was hoping the DN would go with the play action.
Yeah, right.
But you don't do that against TJ Watt.
Right. He's too
not
smart.
going for that shit.
Right. On that play, you go and hit Lamar Jackson.
You know Lamar's going to get the ball in this situation.
Right.
He's a lefty anyway. Why not run the same play to the opposite side?
Well, he throws with his right.
He's not a lefty.
He is left-handed, but he throws with his right hand.
I don't see him throwing with his left. Come on, Lamar.
God, I thought Lamar
he is left-handed. He is left-handed, but he throws with his right hand.
That's weird. Did not know that. All right, well, that part wouldn't have worked then anyway. No. But the reason I thought it was a bad decision is because of the stuff that we were just saying. The entire game, it looked like the Ravens were beating y'all badly, even though the score didn't reflect that. And I think the go for 2, take the chance of winning or losing on that moment is a bad team move. Like, I think if you're the worst team and you fight back, then it's like, we got to take our shot right here to get the dub. If you're the better team and the more competent offense, why not take it to overtime? Right. Even if it's in Pittsburgh, I just thought that didn't make any sense. Unless on the flip side,
they was like, yo, we ain't been getting this shit all game. We got to take this shot right here, right now.
Well,
we ain't gonna get no closer than
that. That has to play a role into it, but that's who they've been all year, though. They've taken those risks. I think in the Chiefs game, they went forward on a 4th and 2 on their own side of the field. Like that's just something they've done all year, pretty much. That's their identity, and I think it was important for like a coaching standpoint or a team like morale standpoint to stay consistent.
I mean, if that's what they've been doing,
They have done that.
For consistency of like, that's our philosophy, you stick with it. I don't have any problems.
That's been that way for the last couple of years now.
Yeah, I mean, they're aggressive.
I don't think
and
that's
ultimately,
a good decision.
look, the Pittsburgh Steelers, whatever you want to, Ben was hot. He was 10 of 11, 136 yards or something like that, and 2 touchdowns just in the fourth quarter. So he was dealing in the fourth quarter already.
I feel that 8-4 division, 8-4,
right? But then also
the AFC versus a struggling team.
Ben is dealing the balls. Pittsburgh, they scored 17 points in the fourth quarter, and you've already had a bunch of injuries on your defense, and you lose your best corner. Marlon Humphreys is out for the season now. So I mean, I think John Harbaugh said after the game is like, I didn't think we had any corners to go into overtime with. And Ben's already throwing the ball up and down the field. You can't cover Deontay Johnson as is. I mean, I just you go for the 2 right there. That's why I was like, I think that was the right call, and it was a good play call. It's just, 9 times out of 10 they probably complete that pass if TJ Watt's not on the field. Yeah. And it's pretty much how I saw it.
It was wide open.
Yeah, it's how I saw it. I mean, look, I was just pissed that our defense allowed them. I mean, we set them up. Chris Boswell kicks the fucking ball out of bounds, put him on the fucking 40-yard line, where they have a minute and 40.
Kick out of bounds. They got him. On
yeah,
40.
yeah. We gave them everything they needed.
That thing barely got out of bounds.
Barely, dog.
That was tough.
Barely. I mean, it was just
as soon as that happened, you could tell they were scoring.
Right. I mean, or they would at least make it down the field. And TJ Watt on the same drive knocks the ball out of Lamar Jackson's hands. The shit rolls out of fucking bounds. And I'm just like, yo.
Like from 10 yards away.
Yeah.
Like it got booted out of bounds.
Yeah. And I'm like, nobody could fucking fall on it? Where are the athletes at?
That was crazy.
Where are the athletes at? It pisses me off watching shit like this. But this is Pittsburgh Steelers football. But I was really pissed the defense allowed a touchdown in that scenario. Just situational football the Steelers aren't good at. And really if they can be good at that, we can win some more games. But I just don't know. I don't see it in their future to be really competitive.
Freeman. I was looking at him. I was like, damn, that motherfucker was moving a little bit. His numbers weren't too crazy, but he broke a couple runs. I was like, damn, this motherfucker fast.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
He's a quick little guy.
Yeah, he was moving.
He seems like he's settled in that offense pretty good, though.
Who is that?
Devontae Freeman.
Came from the Falcons, right?
I was going to say that the Falcons do?
Yeah. They picked him up, and he played for the Giants last year, I think.
Yeah,
they picked him up off of, he was on the street. And,
I knew they had picked him up. I didn't remember him
and Latavius Murray.
Like overly fast.
I mean, he's pretty quick.
That's cool.
Pretty quick. He's quick to the hole kind of dude. So, but yeah, I mean, look, just the tough. There was, I mean, I guess a tough loss for the Ravens there, but
yeah,
it still is needed to win. So fuck it.
I hate the Ravens just for no reason. I just really.
Yeah, what's your beef with that, bro?
I don't know. I mean, part of it's definitely you and Lamar.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
You hate him that much?
Yes.
You don't want to see him shine, bro?
No, but legitimately, it's you're to blame.
Why is that?
Because you're so annoying
root for
about
this
certain people, and he's one of the people I can't cheer for.
I mean, I just be trying to point out the inconsistencies about Lamar Jackson versus every other quarterback that's playing here. That's all. That's it.
But we're not going.
And I'll admit when Lamar is not playing well, and he hasn't played well in the last month or so. I just said that.
Gardner Minshew is about to get rich.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get a contract
again.
He's the new Fitzpatrick.
Rich again.
He's a young Fitzpatrick out this joint.
Dude, he really is.
Yeah, I mean,
really is.
Any team he go to now, he's gonna have that spark if he gets a chance to play.
And he embodies the Fitzpatrick like whole aura.
Yeah.
Of just all the crazy outfits and stuff before the game.
Seems like a guy that can walk in any locker room and everybody gonna fuck with him.
Absolutely.
You gotta fuck with. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Did you see the video with him and his dad after the game?
I did. That shit was
hype. No, I didn't see that.
This dude is about to lose his mind.
He was turned
up. His dad like comes up and he like daps him up and like pulls him in for the hug, and he's like, "You fucking do it!" And he's like keeps dapping him, keeps pulling him in for the hug. Like he's losing his mind.
He was balling though. I remember you saying Zach Wilson. I was like, yo, have you seen Minshew's numbers?
But yeah, he didn't have an incompletion at that time.
He had an incompletion until like the second half or something like that.
He went 20 or 25. He was balling. Game or something.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, him and Zach Wilson were going back and forth, and then the Jets just started jetting.
I don't think they scored again.
Yeah, right.
They did half or something.
They missed all of their extra points or something. How do you get 18 points?
I think they missed 2 and then tried to get the last one. Yeah,
It's like, fuck,
gave away 3 points.
Right, this is a joke. Yeah, you got 18 points here.
Only the Jets can score 3 touchdowns and have 18.
Seriously.
Only team in the league.
Seriously.
Find a way.
Find a way, but yeah, he was balling. Shout out to Minshew.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't pay any attention.
I mean,
to
at
the
this
game
point, though,
really.
I guess I don't know what's up with Hurts or when he's coming back, but you gotta give Gardner Minshew another go at it, right?
I don't know.
You have a game like that, you gotta give him
Hurts
another
kind of
shot.
been balling this year, low key.
He played well. I don't think the last game
he
played
had
was
one
right.
game. I think it was 2 games before this one. He had a game where he threw for a bunch of yards and rushed in 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And then the next week, he was terrible.
Yeah, that was.
Like, terrible. So I don't know. Because I feel like he's done that a lot, where he is one game up and down. And I assume you'll get the same from Minshew. Like, I don't expect if he did start the next 3 weeks that he would continue to ball out every week. But I don't know. After that, it is hard to sit him, right?
I mean, look, I like him overall. Minshew was what, a 6th-round pick or some shit like that?
Something like that, yeah.
And the guy's coming in, he's shown that he can be a starter in the NFL. Let's be real, he played for the worst team in the NFL when the Jaguars. I mean, they're still bad, but they were terrible when he was there.
Yeah.
So, and he was still, notably, he was balling. People
His
knew
numbers were pretty good.
He was solid. He was playing pretty well. I mean, I'm sure he had some bad games there, but hey, it was the Jaguars.
Right.
I want to say, I feel like if you mix this guy in with a decent organization, he might be all right. He might can do something.
I wouldn't take him over Hurts though.
I'm not saying that.
Minshew's ceiling is still really low, and Hurts got a lot more he can grow into.
I'm not saying that necessarily.
You can see Hurts is starting to grow into himself still. You can see he about to be something.
Yeah, for sure, but I don't know.
You got another Kirk Cousins situation where the ceiling is only but so high, but he's going to be serviceable.
But I don't know. Minshew got that magic though, man. He can make the guy can make stuff happen.
I'm telling you, it's Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, he can make shit happen.
Fitzpatrick, it's like this is not going to be our guy for the long haul.
But the thing
he
about
staying in his place for a little while, but
the thing about Fitzpatrick though, he was like in his late 30s when we really started to notice that shit. Gardner Minshew is still a young player. You know what I'm saying? He's still growing.
These are his numbers. So his first year when they were 6-6 during games that he started. And he went for 21 touchdowns, 6 picks. And then even in the last year when they were 1-7 when he started, he was 16-5.
Yeah, he's not. As I said, he's not been bad. And every time I watch him,
those are good.
He got some Houdini-like plays where it's like, oh, this dude could ball a bit.
He's a gamer.
Right. I mean, I feel like as long as your locker room can get around a guy like that, he clearly has talent.
Charlotte.
What?
Huh?
Charlotte?
What? I sneezed.
What? What does that mean?
What?
What does that mean?
Charlotte. What are you talking about? Charlotte? Oh, Panthers. That'd be cool. Yeah.
That'd
be cool.
That threw me off.
Good idea, Carl. I like that. Panthers.
Yeah.
Might take a look.
I was thinking more of Pittsburgh next year. But we'll see.
So both of y'all are all in on Mitch.
All in, bro.
I would definitely take Gardner Minshew.
That's wild.
Steelers could possibly. I mean, we can have a deep playoff run with Gardner.
Ben Simmons?
Y'all should be ashamed.
Not Ben Simmons. Bill Simmons. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know Bill Simmons.
You know Bill Simmons?
Yeah.
NBA dude, the white dude.
Yeah.
All right, he's a big Patriots fan, but he was tweeting right before the Eagles game that this was gonna be Minshew was gonna overcharge the Steelers today, and he was already predicting that Minshew was gonna have a monster game and be the guy that the Steelers want next year.
Probably.
So
we'll be looking for a veteran quarterback, right? For sure. I don't think we should go that route personally. But that's been.
You got somebody in mind? That is a good question.
Also, you called him a veteran. He's only been in the league like 2-3 years.
I don't think he's got 16 starts in his 3 years. But
I mean,
he's a veteran.
He's not a rookie.
Right. What do you call a guy who's not a rookie? It's a fucking veteran.
That is the only other term I know. It might be on this.
It has to be like a technical amount of years.
No, bro, it's one season. After that, what do you call them?
If you only go in the Army
these
for 6
second-year
months.
QBs, we're calling them veterans.
Yeah, I mean, you can call him a young QB if you want to, but technically he's not a rookie no more.
I do feel better about calling them young quarterbacks. Yeah. What if you only go to the Army for 6 months and you get out? You're a veteran still.
Maybe.
Think about it.
I don't know how that works at all.
I don't either. God, we were talking about Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there anything about the game?
You were saying something about the Steelers. But
I don't remember.
Okay.
This thing y'all are gonna would be interested in. It was just funny he predicted that, and then he balled the fuck out.
Yeah.
And now you're sitting here saying, "Yo, Gardner."
I take him, man. I take him. I mean, look, quarterback play for the Steelers is just not good.
Show out against the Jets, huh? So
That's true. It was the Jets also.
He's had a good NFL career so far for the hand he's been dealt. He's been a good player. I mean, that's all I'm saying.
Agreed.
He's done it. He's held up his end. Not everybody does that. What do you think about these Chiefs, man?
The Chiefs.
Did they sell you on anything yesterday?
Did they play yesterday?
I told you I've been back. I've been back for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to be. I think they'll end up being
they did the Broncos,
the top team in the AFC. It's all said and done.
Well, they may not make it record. Well, what's their record?
Let's not be disrespectful.
What's their record?
They got what, 4 losses? They're 8-4 right now.
8-4.
All right, yeah, I do.
They're
think
up there with everybody else.
I would put them number 1 by the end of the year.
Understood.
If y'all do it, I mean, good to you. But if I had to bet it today, I would take the Chiefs. But I'm
I
sold
wish we
again.
played the Chiefs in the regular season. That would be a nice game to watch.
It would be, especially right now.
You know what I'm saying?
It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Settle all of this.
I don't know. I was half watching the game last night. I wasn't like super in tune with it, but I had it on. It didn't. It was another one that it didn't feel like at any point in time the Broncos were ever gonna like actually make a run to win.
They should have. I mean, the Chiefs' defense apparently has just been playing really well. They've been holding teams.
Stepped up. The offense won't really even.
I don't think they've allowed more than 17 points.
Bad yesterday.
It was
Mahomes was 15 of 29
and 1 pick.
Oh wow,
184 yards and an interception, no touchdowns.
But more than that, it was the couple times that I did look up and see plays or watch for a set of downs or something. He was missing wide open receivers.
He was.
Yeah,
he was a deep ball.
Yeah.
It was on the deep over the middle type shit, and he missed like at least 3 or 4. He was off. I don't know. Didn't look very good.
15 to 29 says that.
Right.
You definitely you're not dropping all of those. Clearly, you're missing the target a bunch. But I mean, really, I just feel like the Broncos kind of outplayed them. Mostly they did throughout the game, but it's just like the turnovers really fucked the Broncos over. Ultimately, Teddy Bridgewater had the 2 picks, and I think they took 1 back to the house, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the story of the game right there.
And that running back up for the Broncos. Javonte Williams.
Yeah, Javonte Williams.
He's a beast.
Yeah, he's
he was balling.
2nd round pick from UNC.
Right? He was the other one.
Yeah.
Who's the other one?
Michael Carter. Plays for the Jets.
Yeah.
He's nice too.
Yeah, he's a bowling ball type running back. But yeah, I mean, he gets busy. And I've been waiting for them to I know Gordon is hurt or whatever, but you drafted this dude, just give him the fucking ball. You know, stop doing that whole rotation shit.
Nonsense.
I hate that shit. I got him on my fantasy teams too.
I ain't mad at the 1-2 punch, man. It's a nice thing.
Not when the other punch is just not. Look, bro. I mean, look. This dude is.
Oh, you don't think Melvin Gordon's good anymore?
I know. I don't. He's not bad.
Well,
he's not terrible. But this dude is clearly better. That's all I'm saying.
I like the 2/3, 1/3 split.
Right.
I'm not a big fan.
Don't
of
make it a 50-50 thing.
Like, you got to have a really special backfield, specific backfield. When we had Stuart Williams in Carolina, it made sense doing them 50-50 because I thought they were like equal talent level.
Oh, yeah. I ain't talking about 50-50, but still split them up. You have another back that can come in and do just as well, if not better.
I do like that.
So I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of takeaways from the Chiefs. I am back on the Chiefs train.
I just don't know how good they actually are. I think they'll end up winning some games and stuff, but it's just something off with the Chiefs right now. And it's just it's hard to buy into. And I feel like that, I guess it's a lot about, it's the same story with all the AFC teams. It's just something missing from every single one of them. It's like, I don't know if
except for one.
Well, that's why the Patriots have stood out so much.
Except for one, because you haven't seen much flaw in our game.
Well, it's just been the consistency.
Right.
It's there.
Every other team has been so inconsistent that y'all have been the one constant for now a month and a half. That it's like that's why I think y'all look so good.
Let's not forget the Patriots went 0-4 at home this season to start the year. That's all I'm saying. But they have been playing great to begin with.
Don't bring up bullshit.
And let's not forget, you guys got a rookie quarterback.
We do.
That is the flaw. I mean, as well as Mac Jones is playing, and I think he's going to continue to play well. But the flaw is that you have a rookie quarterback, and it's going to show. It's going to show eventually.
I feel like
you'll get caught with your pants down.
I don't think Bill's going to put him in a position where that flaw will show as much. And I think that's why he's been playing so consistently and doing better these past 5-6 weeks.
But it's going to but you're going to get in a situation where it's like. You can't hide that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but there's been times where he's shown up. It's like, yo, we need you to take us down the field and get this touchdown. And it's like
he's very capable.
He makes it happen.
He's very capable.
It's like, I don't know. It may show. He's gonna have some fuck up. I'm not saying he's gonna be perfect for the rest of the season.
What I'm saying is, are you counting on him to be able to do that through 3 playoff games in the Super Bowl? No, I'm not.
I guess this AFC, yeah.
It's a weird
off our defense and run game alone, I think Mac can do enough to get the job done. For sure.
I do not believe that.
Of course it's a weird question because what is he supposed to say?
Right.
Like that's
for sure.
That's clearly the quarterback that they've got.
Right.
And if you're a Patriots fan, I think he's going to get it done. But no, I mean, I'm with you. I assume at some point.
After this game tonight, if we win tonight, even though we do play them again in 2 more weeks at home, the only team, this is a statement game.
For sure.
This is going to let everybody know we deserve to be where we at right now. So, y'all saying the only teams y'all can bring up is maybe the Chiefs. I think if we played the Chiefs, we would give them a fucking problem.
You probably beat them.
We see how Mahomes been playing. Our defense, Judon, Jackson, all I got, we're going to be on Mahomes' ass.
Have you ever seen great head coaches' records against rookie quarterbacks, though? You ever seen that shit? Like when they bring it up in the stats and stuff?
Yeah.
It's super lopsided. And when you get into the playoffs, you're not playing again. It's going to be Andy Reid's. It's going to be John Harbaugh's.
But Mac is also doing things that not many QBs have done in their rookie year. So,
bro, stop it. We've seen a lot of great rookie quarterbacks.
You said one undefeated on the road last time? Who was it? Who's on that list?
Ben Roethlisberger, and he played terrible in the playoffs. That's what I'm telling you, bro. I've seen this story a bunch of times with rookie quarterbacks going. Even if the team is great around them, it's just they're going to show that they're a rookie eventually. It's fine. This is what happens. You know, the rookie wall, I believe, is a legit thing.
We shall see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, look, Bill Belichick is one coach that could overcome something like that. But
that's all I'm saying.
It won't be strictly because of Mac Jones. That's all I'm saying. He's going to need a lot of help down the stretch. That is fucking correct, sir.
It is.
You're all right.
We have a pretty solid team.
Pretty good so far. No doubt. Lumped up with the rest of the AFC.
The Redskins won another
AFC.
game.
Correction, the top of the AFC.
The Redskins are another team that are hot right now.
Well, they're on fire right now.
They are.
Heineke, man.
I love that kid.
Man, Heineke needs to reach out. They missed the opportunity here.
He's got to level up a little bit more.
Yeah,
but the opportunity
not really.
is
Baker
there.
got all the endorsements. Nobody cares about that.
The Baker guy.
I'm just saying, nobody cares if you really can play.
It's so clear who offends him.
Nobody cares if you can really play. They just like, can you sell this product?
It's just about you being a star, man. If you're a star, you're going to get those bags.
I don't know if Heineke's a star.
He's not a star.
I love Heineke to death.
Heineken.
He's
so you're right. It's not just officially off the play. If you're a star,
Heineke, dumbass.
Which one do you love?
Neither.
Yeah, I've never had a Heineken before, so I don't know. Yeah, it's not my deal.
Nope. Yeah, I like him though, man. The kid's got balls.
Yeah, he got the moxie that you like.
He goes out there and
if you're going against him, you're probably like, man, that dude's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's the guy you want on your team.
He believes he can do anything. Whether the limitations are there or not, he does not acknowledge them. And that's why he makes terrible plays and that's why he makes great plays. But Washington is doing a good job. I love Coach Rivera, so I like seeing them do well.
You give them any chance to overtake that division? They're only 2 games back.
No, not really.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they're overachieving and stuff. They beat 5 not very good teams in the NFL. That's still impressive, but no, I don't think that they're gonna beat other good teams.
It's possible. I mean, I don't know how many more divisional games they got coming up or whatever, but
Cowboys are leading the division still.
8-4, and they're 6-6. So it's not out of reach. it's definitely possible. Cowboys drop a game, and they have another head to head, and they can beat them there. Hey,
Yeah, they play each other twice.
Coming up. Oh well, hey,
This week, Eagles, Cowboys again.
oh well,
Eagles
hey,
again.
it's all in front of them then.
Cowboys, Eagles, Cowboys.
I think it's everybody's record is a bunch of divisions.
Stupid.
Games coming up to finish off the season.
Yeah,
Makes no sense to play one division team twice in 3 weeks. I hate that.
We doing it. Play the Bills 2 weeks after this.
Yeah, we got Bucks at the end of the year too. Stupid though.
Yeah, the NFL schedules this year has been pretty wild. I think that extra game kind of threw off some shit a bit,
Probably did.
and so yeah. I mean, it's been interesting. It was a decent week of football.
Kyler and D-Hop came back this week.
Oh yeah. And
Yeah, it's
they
ball
were
for
rolling
goal.
again.
Yeah, because the Bears, so they handled them
True.
pretty handily. Came back strong though.
Yeah, it looked good, man. James Conner just keeps scoring touchdowns.
Yes, sir.
That was a nice catch. That one.
Yeah, one-handed
That was
catch.
nice.
It was
Yeah,
pretty.
he just keeps doing that every week.
So I mean, right now they have the best record in the league, 10-2. How we feeling about the Cardinals going into the end of the season?
I mean, I feel like the same thing. I mean, back when we were talking about them, I think when they were undefeated, I told you, when you look down their schedule, you just don't see many losses for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I think I could only count maybe 4 losses at the most. You know, it's just, you don't see that. I mean, they're a well constructed team. They play good defense for the most part. They have a explosive wide receiver core, or at least one dominant wide receiver, and I really think that James Conner gives them an identity going forward offensively. He brings a physicality, especially in this time of the year where
Because all of their receivers and all their skill positions are little fast guys.
right.
It is nice to have a change of pace there.
You can't go out there with Chase Edmonds and
Rondale Moore
and
Kyler.
with Kyler Murray and think you're going to intimidate a team.
Right.
You got to get the ball to James Conner, and that's going to change some things because he's going to create contact and run through some people. So I think that is
It's wild. The only
Big
2
ass
losses are the games that Colt McCoy is playing in.
Yeah.
They went. Colt McCoy went 2-2 while Murray was out.
They started 4 games.
Started 4 games. Y'all won one and won against them.
Dubbed the shit out of them. Don't
Did.
know how that happened.
They lost to the Packers.
Colt or not, I don't know how that happened.
And they beat the
Yeah, they look
Seahawks and the
good. Man.
Niners.
I believe in them.
Yeah,
I believe
they're
in
strong.
the Cardinals. They may not win the Super Bowl, but they're definitely one of the clear contenders right now.
That's a fact. Can't deny it. Can't deny it.
I mean, I think this is it. I think it's the same thing we said last week, right, or the week before. That in the NFC, it's Cardinals, Bucks, and Packers.
Yeah, I mean,
Those are the legitimate three.
depends on how sold you are on the Rams. And
Yeah, the Rams is in there too.
they
I was high on them early. I'm not.
you can't trust Stafford.
Belief is waning.
He got too much of that stench still on him. That's what it is.
Are we not trusting Stafford now? Is that
He got that stench still on him, bro.
He had a rough
You
couple
can't-
of weeks. He looked good yesterday, but they played the Jags.
I mean, he's still bad against good teams. That's what I'm saying. He got that stench on him. That's just
It hasn't looked good.
that's just what it
I'm
is.
not fully believing in that, but
At a certain
It's
point,
just
though,
hard
it's got
to-
to be real.
it's
you know?
starting to.
It's
You
gotta be real.
You gotta
It's
break.
real. So bad.
Maybe a little bit, but the fact that they are still healthy and they got all these firepower. I mean, of course, not for Robert Woods, but all the other pieces are healthy. It's a lot of names, of course. They're gonna be something to be reckoned with going down the stretch for sure.
Yeah, they won't be an easy out. I don't know if I have them in the legitimate contenders for the Super Bowl.
I love
category
Cooper
anymore.
Kupp. I think he's a fantastic player.
Phenomenal.
He can't be your number 1 wide receiver and you be a great team or a great offense.
I
He
don't
just
believe
can't.
that. Why is that?
Why you say that?
He can't happen, bro.
Nah, come on. Why
You
is
gotta
that?
give something. Why you supposed to believe
He's
that?
too small.
There's nothing.
Just we doing a too small thing again.
Yeah, he's not. It's not that he's like. You can be that size, but you got to be like some type of physicality.
That's what it is.
That's
He's
what
white.
it
If
is.
he was black,
Possibly
nobody would care.
that might factor into his size.
Carl wouldn't care. If he had dreads, he'd be fine.
No, I'm just
Got
saying,
the
bro.
wrong hair color.
I don't think you can. I think he could be. You can shut him down if your defense has.
Nobody-
I hate to
that
do
mentality.
this, but Wes Welker was leading the league in catches when we went to the Super Bowl. He's probably
He's
one of
never
the
won a
smallest
Super Bowl.
motherfuckers in this.
He's never won a Super
But
Bowl.
we went though.
Never won one.
But we went.
Cooper
Never
Cup
won a
is
Super
putting
Bowl.
up
We went.
numbers that have never happened before.
And
We
I
went
would
with
like
him being
I
the
love
smallest guy on the field.
Wes Welker is nice, but and he's a little bit more physically built than Cooper Cup is.
Cup
Cooper is
has
small.
numbers that we've
He took a
never
lot of
seen
beatings, but I
before.
don't know if he was physically
What'd you
built
say?
like a dude.
He's putting up numbers that we've never seen before.
Cooper Cup is amazing. I think he's always been great.
Never seen
every time he's ever been on the field, he's put up numbers. But I mean, I've seen him get shut down by some great defenses.
Just calling you out on your racism. That's all I'm doing right now.
Yeah, call him what you want, but you'll see what I'm saying.
If he
Eventually,
had
you'll be like, "Oh yeah, they
dreads.
did shut down Cooper Cup."
No, if
Watch,
he
you
had
gonna see that
dreads,
shit.
he wouldn't.
He still got Odell. He scored 2 weeks back to back now, you know.
I want my.
I didn't know that.
apology.
I
He
didn't know
did.
that.
Back to back.
I want the apology at the end of the year.
He can't
He
be.
doesn't get shut down.
You want to be an elite
I want you to
offense.
apologize to all white people.
If you want to be an elite offense, Cooper Cup cannot be your number. That's why the Patriots said, "Hey, we got to go get Randy Moss." Cooper Cup cannot be your number one wide receiver.
Moss was trying to help me out, and I appreciate it.
Wes Welker's pretty nice.
Wes Welker is pretty nice. Cooper Cup is doing something we've never seen before.
Yeah.
If he was 2 shades darker, my player.
Nah, bro,
You rock with him.
He's too small.
Nope.
The NFL is still it's grown men out there, dog.
They still can't guard him. So,
We'll see. Yeah, they can break his ass up though.
Lamar
That's all I'm
Jackson's
saying. You can come over the middle and get fucked up, Cooper.
I feel like every time I see him, he be wide open.
Yeah.
Every time he catch him, he be wide the fuck open. He ain't getting
Seriously,
touched.
though.
White Lightning.
Seriously.
What other games? There's a few other games that I didn't watch or care about.
I don't think I care about any more
Falcons is
football.
one, Colts Texans. I'm good
Yeah.
on those.
I think that's it.
Seahawks 49ers was a good game, but I think both of those teams stink.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not sold on
They're not good.
I don't want to talk about Russ though. Like, I mean, they did pull out the win
He's
yesterday.
been garbage.
He's been ass.
He's not good.
He's been ass. Like, it's
said,
like
The whole
I think last week I was watching the game. I forgot who they played, but it was the Washington. They lost to Washington by 2.
When DK had no targets. or
Yeah, no
something,
targets, and like every time, like you know, Russ is known for scrambling and making the play happen. Every time he would do that, he would hold the ball too long, like he was scared to throw it. I'm like, something wrong with him.
Yeah.
Something's not right where he's not letting that bitch go.
So I was listening to a pod this morning, and he apparently played somewhat decent yesterday. I didn't even check the numbers or anything, but they were saying that, you know how they said his injury was an 8-week injury right from the beginning,
Yeah.
and he came back after 5 weeks.
Yeah.
They're like, this past week was the 8th week. He's like,
Oh.
yeah, he shouldn't have been back.
Yeah.
They did all that
That's a
nonsense
fact, though.
talking on TV about how tough he was getting back on the field.
That was a fact, though. That
sucked.
finger was obviously messing with him.
Right,
last few weeks.
and their record is they were 3-8 coming into that game.
Pete Carroll's going to get fired.
He should be.
This year, he's going to get
He
fired.
should be.
You think it's that time?
Yeah,
I think so.
I think he's been skating. I think he would have been fired a year or 2 ago if he didn't have the Super Bowl.
Seriously.
But they couldn't get rid of him too early. I think it's probably time to move on. He's going to get fired. Vikings coach is going to get fired. Panthers fired the offensive coordinator.
I did see that.
There's going to be a lot of people losing jobs this year.
Oh, wow.
I assume.
Yeah, Zimmer's definitely gone now. I think Zimmerman or whatever his name is.
Yeah, got to be, right?
Yeah, he's definitely gone. He's
Just
definitely gone.
continually underperforming.
Before we move off of football, y'all want to talk about that Kenny Pickett play?
All right, yeah. Kenny Pickett is the starting quarterback for Pitt Panthers, college football. They're playing Wake Saturday. He has a little breakaway scramble run and breaks down like he's about to slide.
Very
The
obvious.
fake slide.
Fake slide, breaks down, takes off immediately, runs past the defense for like 60, 70-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
This play is very interesting. It was gorgeous.
Yeah, right.
It's
I mean,
a
it's
smart move.
It's a good
It's a
play.
smart fucking move.
I think it should. I mean, if you look back at it, it probably should be illegal. It probably should be illegal.
I'm on the fence here.
All right.
I'm
This
listening.
is going to open up the door for a quarterback to get tore up.
Murdered.
Because if they're going to start fake sliding now you can't be like, oh, continuation. You're not supposed to hit them while they slide. Like, if they're going to fake the slide, then you got to go hit them now.
As a defender,
You have
as a
to go hit
defender,
them.
you shut down once
Yeah.
the quarterback is like going into a slide.
You
You know,
disable automatically.
especially in college, you can get your ass thrown out the fucking game.
Yeah, immediately. Gone.
You'll be gone.
Yeah.
Targeted,
Yeah.
Yep.
Targeted.
you're done. So I think it's a bit unfair, but I mean they're not worried about fairness from the defensive standpoint in any league.
I don't think this is something anybody ever thought of. Like from a rules committee kind of thing.
Right.
Because, they put in the slide to protect the quarterbacks because the quarterbacks were getting hit, but there weren't quarterbacks that were like trying to take advantage of it. Right. So now they're going to have to address it, I think. Like, I think next year.
You're going to say, like, you can't do that.
I think college will address it some way, one way or the other. They'll say once you attempt. But it's going to that gets really gray area.
It is.
For telling if somebody's faking.
Right.
Like faking a slot.
Because what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, because you can kind of say, like, I was part of making a cut or something. I mean, that one was really clear what he was doing, but...
You know what the intention was.
It's going to get real. I don't want refs out there trying to decide if that was an attempt at a fake slide or not.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a tough call. Shout out to Kenny Pickett, though, man. He's had a great season. He probably won't win the Heisman, but, he'd probably be the top quarterback drafted in
is he talking
at the same time? He did that fake slide kind of early. It was like a little bit early.
I thought it
was enough room. I mean, the linebacker probably was a little bit close, but the dude in front of him, he was like 10 yards in front of him or whatever. So it was a little early. I don't think he would have got that shit off if he was like 5 yards in front of him.
No, definitely not.
He probably would have got lit up.
But I mean, that's why it worked. That's the reason why it worked. Yeah. Everybody slowed up just enough for him to gain the extra step. Right. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it was a great play. I do feel for the defense. What are you supposed to do?
Okay,
yeah, it is somebody's gonna take a pop.
Yeah.
Like soon, and it'll be we couldn't tell.
Kenny Pickett, though, he's another guy. I'm kind of he's a Joe Burrow type guy. I'm kind of concerned about it. I'm not sure how good he actually is until he hits the NFL. He's a fifth-year senior. I'm just like, maybe you're just this good this year because you're older than everybody out here. I don't know. That's how I felt about Joe Burrow. It's just like, you're actually supposed to be in the NFL right now. Of course, you're balling on all these kids.
Chris Winky.
I'm just saying. It's just, but I mean, regardless, he's playing well. He's doing his job.
He's been great. I don't know anything about him before.
He's got like 40 touchdowns and like 6 picks or something like that. A bunch of yards and
ACC this year switched to really high potent offenses.
Yeah,
UNC, Wake, they were putting up 60, 70 points in games and stuff. So I don't know. He's got big numbers.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see how it all pans out.
Yes, indeed.
Y'all want to try to hit some of this music?
Let's do it.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Can we start with
Go ahead.
I'm gonna start with NBA. Youngboy here. Of course, he did drop a new song, which I thought was the Heart and Soul is a beautiful song for sure.
That was the one that you shared us had the 2 songs.
Yeah.
Same video.
The first one is called Heart and Soul.
I like that first one.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song. But earlier in the week, he did a Clubhouse interview, which I think it is actually on DJ Akademiks podcast as well too. 3-hour interview with DJ Akademiks. Got to give a shout out to him because again, I don't think there's anybody else that does what he does that can secure an interview with guys like him and Kodak and actually get them to speak and answer these questions or even stay in an interview that long. So that part was dope. But a couple highlights from the interview that he had. He actually had took down his YouTube, and like that's what really makes Youngboy is his YouTube presence because everything else like. His streams on like other platforms are like kind of average or regular.
Yeah, I think like most of the songs he don't even put on the stream.
Right. YouTube is like, I mean, he's huge on YouTube. He got like over 10 million subscribers. Yeah. Like he's huge on there, but he took down his YouTube because he was saying like he didn't like how he was getting paid out of it. Like I guess it's like shit. I'm putting my videos up here and y'all only giving me a percentage of it or whatever. But then it was weird because then he ended up dropping his other song on YouTube again. So I guess he just reactivated his page. But he did that at the top of the week, and I was wondering like, I mean, what do you do if you don't have a YouTube though? Like, do you create another platform for everybody else to go to? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you have that much power? Where you can do that?
Obviously, he didn't think that all the way through.
He didn't. I think it was a more like impulsive type thing. Yeah. Like I'm just gonna take it down real quick.
Yeah, somehow like a child would act.
Yeah, something like that. I guess if you want to say that, I get what you're getting. At. You're funny. Yeah. But another part of the conversation that was real interesting they were kind of just going through. DJ Akademiks was trying to ask him like, "What rappers do you listen to?" and stuff like that.
I seen that clip.
And he's going through different rappers or whatever, and he's like, "So, do you listen to Polo G?" And his response was, "What the fuck you trying to get at, gang?" What the fuck you trying to get at?
Like he disrespected him by asking him that.
Yeah. He was like, "What the fuck you trying to get at?" And he was like, "Oh, I do think I got a song with dude actually." And he got a song on the radio I was listening to in prison. That's all right. And he asked him, "Oh, so you listen to Lil Baby?" "Fuck no. Hell no." That's what he said. And he was like, oh, okay. Well, do you listen to 21 Savage? Again, fuck no. Hell no. Just a bunch of he just pretty much saying like he don't fuck with the industry or whatever. He said he listens to Kodak, but he don't fuck with Kodak like that. Like because he asked him like, "When we gonna get another song with you and Kodak?" He was like, "I don't fuck around."
I don't fuck around.
That was his answer to it. I'm like, okay, I mean that's pretty straightforward.
And you wonder why nobody else is getting the interview with this guy. This is the answers that he's giving. Like
I don't fuck around. That's pretty much what he said. I thought that was funny. But then I think what else did he get into in that interview? I wanted to go somewhere else with it. I don't know. It was just a bunch of interesting little topics that they went on.
Did he say something about 6ix9ine?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to get. He said he would do a song with 6ix9ine. Like he said before he did, but half these other rap niggas or whatever in the industry, he would do a song with 6ix9ine because he's saying like, I mean, all of that shit that he got going on ain't got nothing to do with me. And I mean, that's
Wack 100 said it's already done.
Probably so. Yeah,
I was just reading it today. I was looking for any new stuff. That
he said he would do a song with 6ix9ine.
That's interesting.
He said, and the Akademiks said, "Shit, the industry gonna kill you for that." His response was, "Fuck the industry."
So I mean, do you think he would really do it?
Oh no, he's 100%.
Why would he do it?
I don't know.
It's odd.
So to me, like I feel like the battle is between obviously like the snitch stuff, and it would be the biggest middle finger to the industry ever.
Yeah, right.
So like clearly that's a part of something that he's interested is fuck the industry.
Pretty much.
So it makes sense that he would do it just because it's the biggest middle finger he could give. But that dude just seems so bout it. It's shocking to me that
he would even condone and some shit.
But it's also a gangster move to be like, I'll do something like this and nobody can do anything to me.
And I mean, it's the point of it's like all of these other like real street niggas actually want to link with you and stuff and do songs with you. Like I've seen people like Lil Durk say they want to do songs with NBA Youngboy and shit, and he not having it.
It's just
he not doing no music. Right? It's just one of those slaps in the face to everybody else who
That's
wants to work with.
Slap in the face. Just shit on Lil Baby, Polo G, and Lil Durk, the hottest people out here right now. I do a song with 6ix9ine. They're like, what?
Yeah.
Seriously.
All right, well, I think we got to the bottom of it. That's clearly just he is saying fuck y'all.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an interesting character, man,
cool.
and he even like I don't know what's up with him and 21 Savage, but he got a problem with 21 Savage. He popped into 21 Savage's clubhouse, started playing Lil Boozy, like something where Lil Boozy talking crazy about we running down on niggas, all this, and he rapping a song like obnoxiously loud, randomly popping into. He's been heavy on Clubhouse this last couple weeks for some reason. I mean, he ain't got nothing else to do. He's stuck in the house. So he just randomly pops on there, blasting the music loud as fuck and rapping it loud as shit, like clearly sending the message to 21 Savage, letting them know like shit is up. When whatever, I don't know what the problem is between these two, but yeah, he's been going in a little bit. But yeah, I thought that whole industry. I didn't listen to the whole interview, but the clips I saw were pretty interesting though. Pretty interesting.
I want to see what happens with this song. I want to see if it actually happens. Can't put much on Wack.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think it'll happen. I think it'll happen for sure.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I think it'll happen.
Actually, get 100 million views
instantly.
Few days.
Oh no, I mean,
easy money.
Honestly, they'll probably get 100 million views in a day.
Well, hours.
It might run it up in a day. Real shit.
That's when the people love watching it and the people hate watching it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they could. I don't know if they could shoot a video right now, but
Yeah, that's true. That might be.
Yeah, it have to be like one of them separate videos where they're not actually together.
Yeah.
You know,
might be ideal.
yeah, seriously. Seriously, I don't think he really wants to link up with anybody.
No, I
But,
can't imagine.
Yeah, interesting. But you guys, y'all fuck with that song you dropped, right? The Heart and Soul joint.
I
I
like that
thought that
first
was
joint.
cool.
I thought it was
dope.
really strange to drop that like deep, heartfelt shit, and then the whole second half when the song changes.
It's back into that
Back to
ignorant
the
shit.
old, just ignorant gangster. I'ma shoot and kill everybody.
That's
Like immediately back
Yeah.
to back is just weird to put it out that way. But I did really like that. First song.
yeah,
It was cool. That was
I
cool.
think I've been going back to it a couple times. I think it's really, really dope. It's been stuck in my head a little bit too. Kentrell, you gotta take care of all these
Yeah,
kids.
I think I forgot about it.
Still
as
got
far as-
9 children at 22.
Yeah, that's
Grown man shit.
Yeah. It's not a child, dog. It's not a child. It's a grown man.
You can see he had 4 of them. In the last 2 years.
And before we get into some new songs that drop, y'all didn't see the Meg Thee Stallion shit?
Nah, I ain't hear
nothing about it.
All right, so she had a concert that she announced back in like early November or whatever, hometown concert in Houston that she was doing, and just recently, the past week, the concert was supposed to happen December 3rd. The day before, or like the Wednesday before, she announced that she's no longer having the concert because she believes that Houston, her hometown, is still healing from the Astro World shit.
I knew it was
So
gonna be
out
something
of
like Travis
respect
Scott.
for those people, she's not going to put on a concert right now. That's what the statement said. But come to find out, looking at the ticket sales,
the truth emerges.
apparently it was over half the seats still available for Meg Thee Stallion
Oh wow.
in our hometown. It was only 4,000 seat venue or some shit like that.
That's surprising.
That's very surprising to me.
because
Is
she
it
doesn't.
surprising?
I think so because
You would think at least a bunch of 4,000 women in Houston could come out
that's my answer.
on the surrounding area.
Right.
Texas is a
But-
huge fucking state.
I think,
The girls really like her shitty music.
yeah, but I think her
They all want to go That's what they want to come in there and do.
her stardom is kind of like some bullshit at this point. I think that shit is dimmed out like months ago.
Yeah, she doing commercials
I think,
and shit.
I think like the fact that she has all these big names and brands around her, she's still like getting these looks and all this shit and these performances. But I think her hype has died down,
I mean, obviously,
It definitely has.
and the only way that would show is in ticket sales.
seriously, I mean, if you
Only
can't
way
sell
it'll
out
show.
4,000 seats as big as she is, though,
Right.
it really says something. And
shows
I
the
don't
hype
care
is
if
not
it, don't give me that Astro World shit.
Yeah, that's really
That is not the
right.
same. Yo,
And ain't they about to go and they about to start the trial, right? The Megan Tory joint, ain't that shit about to start soon?
I
Yeah, I
believe
think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Did y'all know he turned down a plea deal?
I would too.
I didn't know that.
I know.
If you don't think you're you only take a plea if you're guilty.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't realize that happened.
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, yeah, you either know you're innocent
Right.
or you know that they don't have enough proof to prove otherwise.
Right.
But that does at least speak a little bit towards his confidence in the situation.
Yeah, depending on
haven't
how
heard anything
how that trial goes, I think it'll make or break her career.
It might.
At this
Because if
point.
it comes out that nothing ended up happening,
That she lied. If it comes out that she literally lied,
Oh yeah, that'll hurt.
That's
that'd be
gonna hurt you.
massive.
I hope
That's
it
gonna
happens.
hurt you.
I hope it happens exactly that way.
Hey, if it didn't happen, then I hope that's how it happens too.
Right, for sure.
For sure.
I mean, if she really got, I can't believe that anybody actually got shot in the foot like that, and you back on stage twerking a week later. It's just I don't believe that this is what happened to you.
I don't know if it was a week later.
It was too soon for me when I saw it. Where's the boot at? That's what I want to know. Where's the boot? That's what you need to sell this shit for me.
The one time we're asking for the boot, not the booty.
Yeah. Seriously though. But yeah, man, I think she was trying to. That's definitely her Rock Nation management team trying to cook up a story
Trying to
as
save
to
face.
why
That's
she.
gross.
Yeah,
That's what
That's
they do.
gross.
yeah,
You part of these big names like that, they're gonna cover up for you a little bit.
yeah.
But hey, we're running short on time, and I want to hear about the versus stuff. That was one of the bigger events of the last few days. Last
Bone
week.
Thugs and Harmony versus 3-6 Mafia versus. We finally got our first fight, fellas.
Yeah, so
First fight in the versus.
That shit was weird. That shit was weird.
I know their music, but I don't really know like the history of these groups. They had beef before.
Yeah, they've had supposedly they've had beef for over 20 years.
Yeah, I did not realize that until
I
after.
don't know where it stemmed from or what it's been so long.
It's like why
It's
they
probably-
don't do the same kind of music.
At the time,
We're a
yeah.
group. Now
Yeah,
we're the
I
best
I think it was just that, just being a
Also
rap group
group
during
shit,
that time, being a hot rap group. During
That
that
makes
time.
sense a little
Don't
bit.
they know that's some old head shit to be beefing over?
It is. It is.
Very much.
But that shit finally, turned up now when they first got face to face.
Was that the very beginning?
It was early. I think they had played maybe like a couple songs, and
Okay.
then it kind of went left.
It was
What-
busy, right? Want a busy bone?
Yeah, it was busy.
What did he get up there and say? Like y'all ain't gonna be disrespecting me or something like that?
Apparently,
What
they was
the issue?
dancing when Bone Thugs was doing their shit. They was dancing. They was taking little shots back and forth as we've seen in verses before. And Busy took the shots a little bit personal. You feel like they was mocking him and shit when they was really just doing what you do in the verses. You talk shit, you gig around, joke around and shit. So he got mad, flipped on him, saying, "Y'all ugly motherfuckers ain't gonna be mocking me while I'm on this stage."
Through the water
And
bottle.
Juicy J and right, it didn't even take a second. Suck my dick, nigga, play this song.
Immediately.
Immediately, bro. And then he launched the water bottle, missed bad.
Yeah, right. He hit nobody.
He hit nobody with the
But it's like, why you throwing stuff? That's a child.
Yeah, then Juicy,
a child
Juicy
right
ran up
there.
like he was ready for the smoke. Juicy ran up, and it's like, wow, because Busy went from like in the front to behind everybody in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, right.
It's like,
he disappeared.
how'd you pop off? You the one behind
He
everybody.
disappeared, Joe. He really did. He disappeared. for
That shit
sure.
was so quick, but all in all, after that, I'm glad it happened early because they probably would have had to shut it down if it happened later.
Right.
It took a little second, went to the back, Busy came out and apologized,
Somebody's dentures
and they
would've
turned
got
the show
knocked
back
out,
up, and
man.
that shit was
Like, come on, bro. What are we doing?
and that shit was live though. Like I gotta say, Bone Thugs and 3-6 don't get enough credit to how much influence they have on this generation.
For sure.
Like I don't think people would really even understand that. Just the melodies, the beats, 3-6 still gets sampled with hit records to this day.
Yeah.
So it's like they was going through all them old records, Chicken Head, all the shit, Tear the Club Up, all the throwback records, and they brought out a lot of features. They brought out Wayne on the Bands Will Make a Dance song.
Really?
Yeah, they brought out Wayne. She
I
was
didn't see
turned
that.
up.
The only one I saw is the funny one.
With Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
They brought out Terrence Howard.
Did
That
they
shit
bring out
fucked
Terrence
me up.
Howard?
The dude was hard out here for a pimp.
Oh, shit.
DJ, man.
How the fuck they get all these people to show up for this?
They was in LA.
Cool, man.
The show was in
okay.
LA.
And they
So they
had
had
nothing
all
else
the
to do.
stars show out.
You couldn't have anything else.
They brought
to
out
do.
Terrence. They performed Stay Fly and they brought out Young Buck and 8 Ball and MJ10.
Get outta
That
here.
shit was turned up, bro.
Young Buck ain't got a phone call in 7 years.
Yeah, right.
He answered immediately.
I was going.
Wrong number?
I was like, they brought Young Buck out. I was hyped to see 8 Ball and MJG. I fuck with them.
That's
Yeah,
They
for sure.
killed that shit. They
For
Stay
sure.
Fly joint.
Yeah.
But they brought them out. They brought a few other people out. I'm trying to think. We ain't forgetting nobody.
all I saw was Terrence Howard. I didn't even know about all
Terrence
this other
Howard was
stuff.
funny. They brought
That's
out Wayne.
fire, though. That's
Yeah,
dope.
that's a cool.
why not?
Bone Thugs brought out Chameleonaire.
Get outta here.
Crazy Bone is on, what's the song? His biggest
Rolling.
Rolling.
Oh,
and Crazy
yeah,
Bone's
yeah.
on that song.
I
Whatever.
forgot about that.
That too.
He did. It did kill it.
Crazy.
Riding Dirty, is that right?
Riding Dirty. Riding Dirty.
Riding Dirty.
But it was a good
That's
show. It was
cool.
tight. It was turned up.
So I know you're a big 3-6 fan. Like, would you say if you're not a big fan, it would have been relatively close? Was it a blowout one way or the other?
I
Can you even
think
be objectionable?
the verses didn't match up. Bone Thugs has no hype songs. Their hypest
Right.
song is fucking Notorious Thugs.
Right.
That's their hypest song.
Yeah,
And that's not even a real hype song.
Chill vibes.
So yeah, fucking 3-6 is playing all club bangers every time. And it's like
That's tough.
you can't really keep up with this. I mean, of course, Bone Thugs had classics, but I don't even think they did First of the
First
Month.
of the month. I saw a bunch of people saying.
It's like, how you not do First of the Month?
Right.
It's like, I don't know.
That's a
They
clear-
fumbled a couple songs they played. They was bouncing back a few of them though.
Yeah.
A few of them just made sense, but
It's
3-6
tough
got
when
too
you're
much.
facing the club bangers,
Yeah,
though,
yeah,
and that's not your style.
3-6 that's all their songs,
Right,
bangers.
What are we supposed
Hard
to
to
do?
combat it.
Yeah. All that, and then once Juicy J got in his bag, it was a wrap.
He got hits.
Yeah,
He went solo?
He dropped a couple solo joints.
Okay.
Bands
He got
Make a
hits.
Dance.
That's cool.
He did the one that was odd. He did the Katy Perry joint, was probably a really huge record. You know that joint where he
Really?
he did that record. But it was like one of them flex records, like 20 million records sold.
Right.
So it was like one of them flexes, like I got one of these.
But don't nobody really want to hear that shit.
Yeah, he only want to hear
Nobody wants to hear that shit.
It was cool.
None of the verses.
But I guess
Yeah, I mean, that's just, like you said, that's just the flex.
yeah, he had to get
Just bring out the plaque or something.
Right.
And then put it up.
It was one of those. But it was a good battle. I fuck with it. I enjoyed it.
Did you see Swizz afterwards?
The comments.
Yeah.
He was commenting during the joint on the live.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was commenting during the actual
What'd he
live
say?
feed.
He said, new rule, if you don't start on time, you don't get paid on time. Versus is not free. They charge us 5 times they charge us 5 times they do non-black shows.
Yeah.
I understand what he's trying to say.
I think that was in reference to the Bone Thugs.
The funnier one he said was
it was like 2 hours late.
Oh, well, yeah.
The show didn't start for like
I'd be
2 hours.
pissed off
after
about
the
that,
joint.
too, if
Yeah.
that's my business.
but look, the funnier one was he said, ain't did a show in 23 summers and want to charge us like they sold out stadium prices.
I was feeling them though.
Talking about yesterday's prices, not today's price shit.
I was feeling them though, but it's like
Ain't did a show in 23 summers is hilarious.
it's terrible that because you know they overcharged them because you had to get all the members and all the situations. 3-6 ain't been together for years. Bone Thugs ain't been together for
Right.
years.
Yeah.
So it's like they're gonna put an extra tab on it, and it sucks. But at the same time, they probably looking at it like we ain't got a bag like this in years. We got to take advantage.
Yeah.
Like we got to get this
Well,
wise
I
here.
would be asking them, who else is giving you a bag?
It's probably
Let's
a good
start
point.
there.
It's probably a good point.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure
you don't
I'm
have
sure
the leverage, sir.
It was obviously they got into a reasonable situation where they could do it.
Right.
If it got too outrageous, they probably wouldn't even had the verses.
Yeah, because you just don't have the public attention right now
Exactly.
to demand it.
Like, what we're doing, you
we
a
can
favor.
just walk away from this and it'll be all right.
Yeah. Which
Yeah, well,
is
I'm
another
glad
thing why
that-
I appreciate the verses and how they, even though they sold to Triller and all this shit, how they're still keeping it like culture based where they're bringing us our previous legends that probably wouldn't get their flowers in any other way. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate them still trying to make it happen. Like, give Bone Thugs their appreciation, give 3-6 their appreciation. You should get it. So,
Yeah, it's still a really cool idea.
Yeah.
It's lost. I'm not interested in it personally anymore very much, but
Yeah, some
it's
good
still
ones.
a really cool idea.
We have some good ones.
But we're pretty much out of time, and we don't really have any topics that we missed that I'm aware of anyway. But
We good. We ain't get on the new music off. A lot of songs dropped, but
I would say a lot of fucking new music. Man.
Yeah.
A lot of new music. Polo G drop.
run through it right
Oh,
now, and
yeah,
we'll talk
Polo
about
G.
it next week more in depth if we want to.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Polo G
yeah,
Deluxe or whatever.
It was dope.
I didn't listen to a lot of it yet.
I liked most of the songs I heard.
I like that Ross record.
I did too.
Ross and the
Yeah.
Drain. That shit
Little
was
Havana
on.
was
He was
dope.
getting his shit off on there too. He was talking about some shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a really good song. Blast had another single, Mans Don't Miss. Juice
Yeah,
WRLD,
that shit was
Justin Bieber.
Yeah, I heard
That
that.
was fire. I liked it.
Yeah.
I did listen to that one.
A lot
Was it
less
good?
sad.
Yeah.
A lot less said. I'll check it out.
It's a cool track.
Yeah.
It's a cool track. I like that.
I'll check it out.
And we're gonna have to talk about the Corday Wayne one next week when we got more time.
Oh yeah.
'Cause I know you weren't a fan.
Sinister.
I actually like this one. quite a
And
bit.
Joyner and Dirk. We should talk about that shit that he said on Facebook about not wanting to work with these rappers
Yeah.
that he's been working with now.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'll write it down so we don't forget that. We'll be back on that next week. We ran out of time a little bit, but
Yep.
we can cover new music, double down next week.
Yes, indeed.
Samples?
Yes.
I don't have one.
Come on.
I still got one from last week, I believe.
Come on.
If you are on the YouTube, you know we'll be back next week. If you're on the audio, stay tuned for these samples. Peace out.
Peace.